How's everybody doing today? Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, share the show with your friends. Welcome to the Ledger Lounge. I'm Oz the Crypto Goat. What's up, Gibby? Thank you for the heart me. Revolution, thank you for the heart me and the 6 popular votes. How's everybody doing today? Hopefully you're printing money like we are over here. Yeehaw! We are riding the bull. Sell at $13. SRJ, what I would recommend is become a deluxe subscriber, and I offer one-on-one coaching so that way we can find out what is best for your situation. Everyone's situation is a little bit different. But I think we're pumping, baby. I think we're gonna pump. This is gonna be another good week in crypto. Can XRP go to $13? I mean, theoretically it can, but what I would recommend is be a deluxe subscriber. I'll let you know when to sell. You can message me directly for on-demand technical analysis, and that way we can find out what's best for you. $3 is the norm now. For now, yeah. We're gonna go much higher. We're gonna go much higher. Mother Dragons, thank you for the heart me and the popular vote. Send a hat and mustache. If you're making money, send a hat and mustache. Revolution, thank you for the hat and mustache. Hat and mustache, baby. Hat and mustache is the gift of the day today. What do you guys think? How does it look, huh? You guys like it? Mother Dragons, thank you for the hat and mustache. Rocking the hat and mustache today. I'm feeling good, man. I like this look. Like I'm out here on the farm. Like this is one of my looks. Like I have the golfer look, and then I have the country boy look, right? But this is normal for me right here. Like I like this look. Howdy, Mother of Dragons. And if you're having viewership issues, come on over to Twitch or YouTube. We are live on Twitch, TikTok, and YouTube. Got the twisty mustache. We're ready to hit the trail. Saddle up, baby. Saddle up. It's about to get real. Alt season is here. It is alt season, baby. And I am so excited. I hope tariffs don't screw it all up, because we've been waiting for alt season for months now. Months. Don't rain on our parade, Donald Trump. I'll tell you what, viewership is going to be really low today, so I need you guys to be liking, share, hashtag FYP in the chat. Everybody, every creator is going live today because everything's about to pump, and they want to tell their fan base, hey, we're going to pump. So we're going to be in competition today. Some of the great creators of the TikTok space all of them are live right now. Every single one of them. Conveniently, but we go live every time at this time, and which is fine. But if viewership drops too low, then we are going to move to YouTube and Twitch. I want the orange guy to make those dang deals, or it's going to make the market crazy. I know. I have a feeling a deal is coming, at least with China. I think we'll see a deal with China. We'll see. I feel like we need some cowboy music. Put on some cowboy music, right? Save a horse, ride a cowboy. Save a horse, ride a crypto bro. Save a horse, ride a crypto bro. Pineapples in the chat if you want to ride this crypto bro. I'm gonna take my bag to the crypto exchange. I'm gonna sell till there ain't no more. Hit some Spark today. Can you check out the chart? Yeah, dude, I'll check out Spark in just a minute. Let's get up to like 15K likes, and then I'll do some TA. We'll do the news and everything. Double tap that screen. Share the show. Share the show out with all your friends. Hashtag FYP in the chat. Hashtag cowboy. The Pink Pony Club. Everybody's got bears and bulls and wolves in their live. Add a goat to your TikTok name. Join the goat club. If you're with the goats, Jesse's got a goat in her name now. Join the goat clan. Be one of the goats in crypto. All right. Let everybody know that you're riding with the goats. I'm gonna have this song stuck in my head for a week. Heck yeah. That's the point. I accidentally vacuumed up an XRP coin. How do I get it out of the vacuum bag? You don't, man. It's stuck in that Zalman wallet forever. If XRP goes to 10K, you paid $10,000 for your Zalman wallet. That's why everybody's pushing those Zalman wallets. They're trying to burn up all that XRP. If you get 100,000 people to open a Zalman wallet, that's 100,000 XRP gone. Gone for good. We're going to get banned on YouTube.
What's the password?
I see dead people. I don't really care. Today's a little bit special.
You late.
The green light's on, baby. The green light is on. You gonna pump my algo bags? Oh, dude, algo is about to take off. I hope you bought algo when I told you to. You would have bought the very bottom. Hi, Eve. Glad to see you. Yeah, they're not like us. Eve, thank you for the 5 popular votes, the what's up, and the 5 goats. Appreciate you. Hat and mustache is the gift to send today. Send in the hat and mustache. That is the gift of the day, the hat and mustache. Of course you did. Thanks, Oz. No problem. I be calling the bottoms, right? The scent, baby. MVP, thank you for the hat and mustache. Oni by Genuine. Oh my lord. Mother of Dragons, shame on you, but yes. I think that's appropriate. There's gonna be some crypto making music today. Everybody share the live. Everybody hashtag FYP in the chat. Let's get the live pumping. There's a lot of people going live right now in the crypto space, so it's probably going to be a slow day. That's why I'm like, you know what? We're going to do the music and whatever. We're going to have fun today. Thank you for the FYPs. Don't forget hashtag must watch, hashtag live. What's on the chart? We got XRP here. Also, the number 4 capital U, hashtag number 4 capital U. That's a good one. Let's get those views up. And we need hat and mustaches today. I got the hat and the mustache on. Hashtag XRP 10K. Oh man. Them's fighting words, TikTok seller. Them's fighting words. Y'all got some jokes. Y'all are funny. Y'all. I put the hat on it and all that comes out is y'all. Listen here, y'all. Should I talk in a southern drawl? Talk like this, and we selling our bags and shit. Everybody put a W in the chat if you're selling your bag right now. All right. And put a rocket in the chat if you're riding this thing, because it's all season, baby. I'll tell you what, for me, rockets, baby. Rockets. Tyson with the rocket. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Revolution with the firecracker or something. What is that? I guess that's kind of a rocket. There you go. Rockets, baby. Alt season is in full effect, baby. I'm feeling it. I think this is alt season. Some are saying probably not. Nah, I think it is. There's no Bitcoin reserve yet. Without a Bitcoin reserve, Bitcoin will still collapse. You know what I mean? Without a Bitcoin reserve, didn't Trump buy BTC? Yeah, but he might trade it. Who knows what he's going to do with it? And do we know that he really did buy Bitcoin? I did see that though. And Trump may just not know how crypto works. Remember that. He might just not know. security. Right now, the narrative is, you know, ISO coins, right? Utility coins. SXT is going to do phenomenal things, but you're buying it so early on. You're way too early with it, right? Obviously trade it, right? But I'm going to be holding my SXT for a long time. I'll take profits from it here and there. I'll buy dips on it. But that's one of those ones where you're buying the bottom and it's an accumulation phase. That's what I've been telling you guys. This is something that you're just going to accumulate it over time, and eventually one day, maybe when alt season pops off, it's going to do something this season. Apologies for the spam. You're good. Spam the chat, man. I don't care. Let's look at SXT. Subscribers come first. I think SXT is in like a limbo right now. I've been watching it pretty close. I got Cardano for you next. However, it is a bit of like a cup and handle. However, because it's a bearish drop into it, it may or may not, but it's also like an inverted head and shoulders here. So honestly, I think this thing is going to take off. I've been buying the dips on this thing. I've been just accumulating it. I'm not really, I'm trading it, but I'm also accumulating it. I'm trying to grow this bag as massive as I could. Yeah, it could go. And that, I think that it dropping into the cup and handle is kind of null and void because of how new it is. It's just starting to create patterns. So this could be a cup and handle. This thing could take off. I'd like to see it do about 12 cents, 12.5 here pretty soon. You're accumulating too. Yeah, and think about it. If this doesn't take off, which it will this season, it's going to do something this season, right? But if we're accumulating this over the next 5 years, we're going to be filthy rich in 5 years. This thing's going to do dollars, and we have plenty of time to load up on it. Why load up on XRP while it's like way high when you can buy this while it's way down? You know what I mean? That's where I'm at with it. I already made my money off of XRP. That's why everyone's situation is different, right? Everyone's situation is completely different. So you have to find out what works for you. If you're trying to make a quick buck, yeah, there's a quick buck to be made here. You would have won a bot at about 8 cents or lower. What is this? This is SXT, space and time. But this is a long term right here. This is a long term buy and hold. Jesus, thank you for the heart me and the 10 popular votes. Let's see. Cardano was next. I think this one could take off. Hold on. Let me look at on the lower time frame, because you can trade this thing while it's moving sideways and print money. All right. If you got a couple grand in here, this thing will print you $100 bills. All right. Here's the thing. This kind of looks like a head and shoulders here. All right. This thing needs to start taking off. Otherwise, we're in deep doo-doo, right? But I think the markets are moving, you know, this could very well break the structure. And I would even say that it's a bit out of structure. But look, if this is a big cup and handle, look, we got a cup and handle right here played out. I think we could see the cup and handle happen here. It is already at a super low price and we're moving into alt season. AB, how's it going? Revolution, thank you for the let 'em cook. Good evening. Wolfie? You want Wolfie? All right, let me do Cardano and I'll do Wolfie next unless another subscriber comes in. And remember, guys, subscribe to the channel. And if you're already subscribed, you can send gift subscriptions to people. I know I haven't been doing the daily price points for the $1.99. I'm working to phase out the $1.99 subscription and just do deluxe subscriptions, so I can message you one-on-one and give you that TA one-on-one, because it seems like making those videos and everything is a lot of work for me, and I'm already got so much on my plate. So I kind of want to do away with that and have it to where you just message me directly, because everyone's situation is different. I don't want you to get the wrong information from those. That's the whole point, is because people were getting those too late, and I tried the email alert system and that wasn't really working like I had hoped. So I'm not charging for that anymore. I'm still doing it, but I can't always be at my computer every time it goes out. So I was like, all right, I can't charge for this anymore. So I'm offering it for free. So if you want the email alert system, it's free from now on. We're trying new things. I'm doing my best to help you guys. I really am. And basically the deluxe subscription is where it's at. Be a deluxe subscriber and get that one-on-one coaching. A nice Head and Shoulders on the monthly forming for SXT. SXT doesn't have a monthly chart yet, does it? Let me look at it. We just did that one. I'll tell you what, if it comes down, I'm just going to buy more. Yeah, that's not a Head and Shoulders on the monthly. I mean, maybe an inverted Head and Shoulders could be. Could be. Not enough data on that one. I'm holding SXT till next cycle. So am I. That's what I've been trying to tell you guys, is we wanted to find something to accumulate, right? SXT is in its accumulation phase. You just keep buying it and buying it and buying it. You can trade it and keep growing the bag, but you have basically a year to 4 years to grow your bag on that one. You're welcome. You can thank me later. This is not something that's going to pay you tomorrow. This is going to pay off just next cycle, you know, or maybe this cycle, alt season or whatever. It's probably going to do a lot this cycle. Okay. But when it goes parabolic is going to be when we have the next cycle. Right now is the utility narrative. Okay. The next cycle will be the security. All right. Everyone's going to be looking for security in crypto. And that's where SXT is going to come in. And you're so early. Look on Coinbase monthly. What for SXT? All right, let's do Cardano. I think Cardano is about to explode, to be honest with you, from what I've seen. Oh, look, it did it. Right? So it was behind and we were like, oh, you know, if you want to catch, look at it starting to go. What a good call on this one, right? I think it's got more. I think it's got more. It's hitting its first bit of resistance, though, at that 89, 90 cent. I think this one goes to like 98 cents to $1, 95 cents to $1. Seems about right. You bought at 83. Well, you're making money, that's for sure. I think I remember you buying the other day. It was just right here. That's actually a you from the TA class. Remember we said we want confirmation for to pass the neckline from the double bottom. So that was actually a good entry for a smart play, right? So kudos to you, buddy. You're definitely learning. I do the aggressive approach, right? I'm more I trust my TA a lot. So like when I see it, I'm like, all right, I do the more aggressive, but sometimes it burns me. It really does. But the way I see it is if I get burned, usually I can hold it a little bit longer and it recovers because we're in a bull cycle, right? If we weren't in a bull cycle, I'd be a little bit more cautious. But yeah, Cardano, I think it's still going, bro. This one's still got more. I think it could do, let's see. If you really think about it, let's zoom out here. Here's the thing. We have a bit of a trend. If it breaks above where it's at right now and gets to like $1, I would say that it's broken this trend, and it could potentially go up to like $1.50. And like, you know, all the liquidity in Bitcoin has to go somewhere, and these are the types of projects that are going to get it. So could this one do much higher? Yes. This one could do $2. It could do $2.50. It could even do like all-time highs, potentially. I'm more on the conservative side because the liquidity is more spread out. But we'll see. Solana, dude, Solana is going to do well. I think Solana is going to do maybe just as well as XRP. I think Solana is going to do phenomenal things. What coin is this? This is Cardano. Cardano. ADA. No problem, man. I think, honestly, these top tier coins, they're going to do a lot. And if you bought in, I would hold, and I would assume that come the first of the month, unless we get a good tariff deal, like a deal with China or a deal with the EU, a deal like that is going to send things parabolic, right? And if they cut interest rates, that'll send things as well. And maybe they cut rates to send things, and then right after, tariffs come into play and it erases all of it, which is highly likely. It really is riding on tariffs on the first of the month. I'm going to be expecting a pullback at the end of the month, and then whatever pullback that is, when it's done pulling back, I'm going to enter right back in, and it's on like Donkey Kong. And you could potentially just hold through it. I don't think the tariffs are really scaring anyone anymore. I don't think anyone cares. Like the stock market, started going down, but crypto took off. Yep, like a slingshot. Exactly, AB. You into meme coins? Fart coin. Fart coin looks like it's going to do some good stuff too. I got some fart coin. I will always hold fart coin just so I can say I'm holding a fart. Okay. Trade at your own risk though. For me, it's funny, right? I want fart coin so I can send it to my friends and say, here, I'm going to send you a fart. Or I can say, I'm holding a fart in my wallet. I literally have it just so I can say I'm holding a fart. Like that's really the only reason. Fart jokes have been around for thousands of years. I'll tell you, of all the meme coins, that one is going nowhere. That one will have a narrative. Even when new normies come in to crypto, they're going to be, oh yeah, fart coin. Look at that. That's funny. And they'll buy it. It'll just keep on having its run. Yes, it's an amazing reason to hold it. Not just because of what it is and the joke behind it, but it'll continually have that joke. New people will keep getting into crypto and seeing that, oh my God, I'm totally buying this. Like, that's why I bought it. Like, I don't even care about making money off of it. I just want to own it. So I can say, yeah, kids, I paid for your college tuition with farts. Imagine explaining that to the IRS. And how did you acquire this $6 million? Oh, I sold some farts. Hat and mustaches, guys. And don't forget to put a goat in your TikTok name. If you're following the goat and you're part of the goat squad, all right? Everybody's got their bear in their name. They've got the wolves in their name. We're doing the goats. Put a goat in your name. Let people know that you watch this show. Let them know you're about it. TikTok seller, I'm talking to you. I know you're going to do it. If you're in the TA class, you better have a goat in your name. That's going to become mandatory. If you want to be in the class, you want to be a subscriber, you got to have a goat in your name. Can you talk about SXT and what it's doing? We just did SXT, but I'll tell you this. It's on the edge of up or down. It's an indecision, but I think we're moving into alt season, so I think it's going to go up. Revolution, thank you for the hat and mustache. Hat and mustaches, people. What's up, Run Up? How you doing? Hats and mustaches, baby. That is the gift of the day today. Gift of the day. I need an exit for Zbeck going up or down. I'll have to get back to you on that one because a lot of people. Holy crap! TikTok seller with 1, 2, 3, 4 hat and mustaches and a heart me, a rose. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. 50% of the hat and mustache goal has been sent. And I expect all of you diehard fans to add a goat to your TikTok name. If you see Jessie, Revolution starts now. She's got a goat in her name. I added a goat to my name. Let's let the community know that we're a tight squad here too, right? Let's get some goats in our names. I think it's funny. It's more of a joke on our end. Some people, they're using it as affiliation for like the wolf pack or whatever. For me, I think it's fun, right? It's fun. Let me see here. Let's look at Suey. Suey. Oh, no. Bro. Suey kind of looks like a cup and handle. You know, I've seen a lot of cup and handles. And it's also a double bottom here. All right. This is a double bottom. Suey looks good. I think Suey's about to take off. I think it's headed up. Obviously, in the short term, it's this ascending channel, which is bearish, and it's going to come down, probably head and shoulders. But I think in the long term, baller with the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think it's either 5 or 6 hat and mustaches. Thank you, Richard. Thank you for, or Richard's brother. Thank you for the rose. My brother owns the world's largest space diamond. You should own some HEX. Interesting. All right. If you say so. Are we going to see a market dump soon? Yeah, I mean, yes and no. Okay. I think end of the month, bit of a sell-off, but I think we're in alt season, baby. I think we're going to see a bit of a pullback, but alt season. That's what I see. Obviously, there's going to be ups and downs, but I think long term, we're going to be continuing moving up until about November, December. Obviously, with some pullbacks in between there. But Suey, I think in the long run, it's going up, but it's probably going to come down to, if you're looking for an entry on Suey, 311. 311.07. That's going to be your entry point there. And maybe a little higher. Maybe it hits around like 316.5. But in the shorter time frame here, you know, this could come up here, double top, consolidate a little bit more, and then that's head and shoulders. But then it'll probably move up from there. I think everything is pretty much going up, though, in the long term. I have the green light on. That's just where it's at. In my opinion, obviously, tariffs can throw a wrench in everything. And I think if you missed some of this pump, right, that's going to be your time to get in. All right. If you didn't get in yet and you're a little bit behind, now may not be the best time to buy. Obviously, could pump from there, but I think we need to see what happens on the first. We need to see what happens with Jerome Powell and then go from there. All right. Was there another project? You know, let's read the news. Let's read some news here. Which cryptocurrency is more likely to be a millionaire maker, XRP or Chainlink? All right, what do you guys think? X's for XRP, C's for Chainlink. Which do you think is going to be the better choice? Joe, thank you for the heart me. Francesca, thank you for the heart me. Josh, TikTok seller with X's. Francesca with XRP. Asset farmer with X. I think XRP is, there's a bit of a consensus here. I don't know. I think Chainlink. But you know me and how I feel about XRP. But that's more long term. This cycle, XRP. Okay, definitely. Duh. Right? XRP is going to do phenomenal things. Look at the narrative and the moon cheese behind it. Okay. And maybe I'm wrong about everything about it. We don't know. It's very speculative. More information could come out and that changes my mind on it. So, but in the meantime, I think XRP is going to be a top performer. I've said that like all along. I just said like, is it really going to 10K? No. All right. If XRP gets adopted, we're going to 1K. I mean, XRP is not getting adopted. I just don't see it happening, man. That's moon cheese. But the narrative's great, which means it's going to pump. Everyone, you know what, Josh? Come up on Discord. I want to talk to you about it. Josh, let's talk. Because I know what you're talking about, and I have some thoughts on what you're saying. I'm gonna pull up Discord right now. I'll be looking for you on there. What price do I see this cycle? $8, $7. I mean, it could potentially do like $15. I think 25's pushing it. Like, you know, $10 is probably going to be the top. It's just a strong psychological zone, you know? Keep that in mind. Holy shit, Batman, I'm buying a new Suburban. No Lambo? Let's see here. Josh, come on, buddy. There you are. What's up, Josh? Can you hear me? Can't hear you. Let's see what's going on here. Can you hear me, Josh?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Ah, perfect. All right, what's going on, buddy? Tell me your moon cheese, man.
pump, bro.
I want to believe.
You know, I find it with what seen come out and the things that Trump is saying, I feel more and more confident every day that it's actually going to get adopted.
I know, but this year, this cycle,
I mean, the way I see it is I don't think we have, there's this whole topic around is it going to be 2030, and I just don't think that we're in the cycle phases anymore. I think we might see like even maybe sidelining, but I doubt we like dump until then. Because I mean, think about it. Even if we get adoption in 2030, are people really going to give up their early entry positions until then? I mean, it's not even that far out.
dude, I'm selling my bags when this shit tops out. So are a lot of people.
See, I don't think it's gonna top out. I mean, maybe for like a period until it gets adopted. I mean all the pumping right now is obviously like that's all FOMO, that's all hype. That I'll say.
Oh, there you are. I'll put you on screen.
But like I'll agree, obviously, like right now, um everything that I'm seeing right now is obviously all hype, right? Like there's very little utility actually being used currently. So
You know what's funny is I saw um an article. I wish I had it right now. And it actually made me think of you. And don't take this
really,
offensively, okay? Okay, but
all right.
basically the article was, oh, Swift transactions are down and XRP's price is skyrocketing. Is there a correlation to this? And I'm
Mm,
like, no, because they're like, oh, well, ISO is in place. Now all of a sudden XRP is pumping and Swift's transactions are down. And I'm like, like,
the
no,
yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, Swift is not using XRP right now. I can guarantee you that right now.
I think the difference is too. I think it's going to be less of Swift using XRP. I think if it gets adopted, it would just be the current administration kind of changing the way the system works. Right, like, I think if we get adoption, I don't really think it's gonna be like Swift's like, well, let's get rid of our system and use XRP." Like, it's like XRP only works the way that it interacts with other blockchains. Like, you can't just move that onto Swift. So, I mean, I
Exactly.
know they can connect to it. Like, if other countries were like, "I wanna have CBDCs, I don't wanna go decentralized," there's a way they're talking about of connecting it, potentially. But I mean, I've seen the speeches that Trump has given, and I'm very optimistic. And again, like, even Jake Claver has put updates on just the price potential with ETF inflows. Um, the FOMO. Everybody's talking about it. I think the people who are actually open about it are are all saying that the current price increases are just FOMO.
Let me
It
tell
is
you
what it
something.
is, but
ETFs. Let's talk about that. All right, for a
all right.
second. Um, ETFs do cause price movement in the upward direction when they first come out. I mean, look at what happened with Bitcoin, right? And I do think that that's what's going to happen. It's going to push things up, but in the
Right.
long term goal of, or in the long term scheme of things, what actually happens is it reduces volatility over time.
Yeah.
So careful what you wish for, right? Hey,
I
by the
mean,
way, is Francesca, are you still in the chat? Francesca, are you still here? Chime in if you are. I totally forgot about something I was going to do. But go ahead. Sorry, didn't mean to cut you off.
I was gonna say, and that was my other point is, I think what I think is gonna happen is regardless of if adoption happens around this cycle or around 2028, 2029, 2030, I think that there isn't gonna be another cycle like that goes down. And this is what I'm saying is like if we get all these ETFs and they were just talking about potentially letting retirement accounts buy it's going to create a lot of stability in the market. And the reason why I'm not going to sell at $10 is because I don't think there's going to be another opportunity to buy at 50 cents afterwards.
Well,
Right. And
if
that,
that's the case, that means no alt season.
I mean, whatever way. I mean, I'm willing to wait years for this if I have to, but I think I just don't really want to sell my
Absolutely.
XRP until adoption happens because I'm young. I don't really need the money. I can sell other coins that I'm holding, but XRP is just that one coin where it's like, even the people who don't like it, they'll admit like, there could be something to this and they could end up using it and it could end up exploding.
I'm
And so
one of
for
them.
that reason,
I'm
it's
one of them.
just like if it doesn't go back down to 50 cents, why would I sell? Right. And like I've heard people say, oh, we might drop to $2, but it's like, at the end of the day, we might not even drop to $2, right? Like if we go to $8 or 15, there's no way we're dropping back down to two, especially the people who buy at the top. They're not going to sell their positions, they're going to keep holding it, and it's going to cause the price to not dip as much. So for me, it's like if I have to wait another 3 years, I just won't sell. And that's just where my head is at.
Oh my gosh. Big Baller in the chat says, guys, I saw 3 old ladies today stuffing hundreds in a Bitcoin machine that charges 16%.
Yeah.
Crazy. That is crazy. The FOMO is real. And what's so
Right.
sad is I think that narrative is what's going to like push Bitcoin a little bit, but eventually it's going to crash. All those little old ladies are going to lose everything, in my opinion. But if what
Well,
you're
yeah.
saying is true, then that means Bitcoin never crashes and everything steadily ticks upwards, pretty much.
Right. Yeah. And I think that might end up what's happening. I mean, I've seen so many influencers say we're on the last leg up, and it's like, how do we know that, right? If these influencers and they have a bias too, because the reason why I think they want everybody to sell is so they get their alt season, and then they want to get done with alt season so they can have another bear cycle, so they can use all that money they just made to accumulate even more. So that way, when we quote get adoption in 2030, they can make even more money. And I think there's a reason they're pushing that narrative because there's a lot of people who really want the market to come back down because
Absolutely.
they want to be able to buy more, and it's a huge narrative that's being pushed. And in my head, it's like, well, what if the government just decides, you know what? We're not going to do that anymore. All these companies are going to load up on Bitcoin, and we're just going to send the darn coin to $1 million per coin and just have everything steadily, go, and then adoption just starts now and ends by 2030. Like who's to say that it starts in 2028 and ends 2030? Right? Like nobody really knows. Like we don't know if this is going to be a quick adoption. It could be a slow adoption.
Oh, it'll be slow.
Different
It'll be
different
slow.
coins could be adopted at different times. So it's like if there's constantly rumors about there's a new adoption for ADA, algo's doing something, and they spread that out over the next 3 years, it's going to cause FOMO, and people are going to keep buying, and that's why I've decided, I'm not going to sell my assets because I'm at this point now where if I'm right and they decide to take a whole 180 and we don't get a bear market, then I won't get another opportunity to buy. But again, that's just my opinion. But
Well, if what you're saying is true, right? Of course you'll get
yeah,
another opportunity to buy. It'll be like the stock market. You just keep putting into it, and over time, 40 years
right,
from now,
yeah,
you retire. So, I mean, that's not necessarily you won't be able to get into it. Big Baller says
right.
don't sleep on Ondo. I agree. Ondo, Algo are going to be phenomenal, phenomenal buys. But as you can see on the screen here, it says Rich Dad Poor Dad author warns Bitcoin bubble could burst soon. All right, now remind you, this guy a few months ago was telling people to buy Bitcoin, right?
Yeah, it's
When
crazy.
and before that, he was like, don't buy it. It's probably a scam and whatever, right? Um, take what this guy says with a grain of salt, but what he's saying in this one, I agree. Bitcoin is a bubble. It has to pop at some point. It has to pull back. Nothing can just move upward forever, right? It has to get a pullback. It has to fill those fair value gaps, right? Otherwise, it's unhealthy. And that upward movement that it's been getting is technically unhealthy for it. It needs a pullback. Everything gets a pullback eventually, right? So with everything, all the alts moving now, okay, and Bitcoin kind of being stagnant just under 120K and not really doing much, while our alts are doing, 10 to 25%, and Bitcoin's doing 1 to 5%. That is a heavy indication of alt season. And even if alt season's not supposed to happen, it will happen because they'll create it, right? We've literally already started creating it because, like you said, people want it. They need it. It has to happen because people are more into alts right now than Bitcoin. Most of that Bitcoin money that's flowing in there is the Bitcoin maxis that have always been into Bitcoin and the noobs, right? Most of us that are like into crypto, we're into alts.
Yeah.
So
what I find funny, and this is just going to be my argument. I made a post on X and I said people who don't buy XRP will be broke forever, and it was a little bit of sarcasm, but so many Bitcoin maxis overreacted to it, and I didn't even talk negative about Bitcoin in my tweet. Never once did I say, Bitcoin is bad, don't buy Bitcoin. All I literally said was, talking about XRP. And it was really interesting because almost all of them told me Ripple's dumping on you. And I was like, well, hold up. If that's true, then why do I see people who have held Bitcoin for 14 years dumping hundreds of $1 billion on Bitcoin? Like the actual money that's being dumped on Bitcoin right now outweighs whatever Ripple has sold by multiple X's right now. So the double standard, in my opinion, is crazy.
well, I mean, Ripple needs to. They got a fine to pay. They
Yeah.
got to keep the lights on. Here's an article for you. XRP news today: Ripple moves 738 million in XRP amid 20% surge. Ripple transferred 738 million in XRP between anonymous wallets linked to a new sub wallet via on-chain data. XRP surged 20% to 365, driven by the XRP ETF launch and the Genius Act stablecoin framework. Internal transfers typically avoid market impact, but highlight Ripple's strategic asset management and long-term confidence. So they're moving their coins. They're not selling right now. And
Right.
why would they? They know it's going to go up. Everyone knows I know it's going to go up. So the question is once it hits up there at those crazy numbers, they've got billions in XRP sitting in wallets ready to be dumped at any given moment. So that's concerning to me.
I think maybe part of the other reason is because they hold so much. And I don't know if this is true, but I saw a post on Twitter, and I'm pretty sure this was community made, but they were talking about something in the Genius bill that has something to do with, um, I don't know, coins or projects can't hold more than a certain amount to not be considered. I wonder if it was the security. I don't know what they were talking about. So I truly wonder if they're going to keep all the supply that they hold. Maybe they donate some to the US escrow. I mean that's been rumors, but
Why
I
would they
kind of
do
find
that
that
though? Yeah, that
I think they would though, because they've been talking. They were at the White House multiple times. I've seen Trump over the last weeks talk about so many things,
but why?
and
What would Ripple gain from doing that? Give me one good
adoption.
adoption.
Yep.
No, adoption will come because of utility and it being.
Right, but like the administration has the power to push it. I mean, they have somewhat of a say, so like,
I don't think so.
you never know.
I don't think Ripple has anything to gain by doing that. And remember, Ripple's a company. They need to make money. They need to be profitable. This is capitalism, right?
Right.
Who's just going to give away their supply? I'll tell you what, buddy, give me half of your bags right now, and I promise I will let you be on the show again. You already,
yeah, if you put it that way, yeah.
you already know I'm going to let you back on the show again, right?
Yeah.
Why would you give me half your bags? That's the logic right there.
That's true. That's true. That's true. Yeah. I mean, I guess it'll be interesting to see because if they start selling, then I guess that there's our top signal right there. But maybe they know how high it could go. I mean, I've seen David Schwartz. I've been stalking his replies. He's been having some very interesting conversations with people about some very deep things on XRP.
Of course, but why
And
wouldn't they rug it? Why wouldn't they? They've been taking all this supply, putting it into wallets, right? They know the price is going to go up, so why would they sell now? Back when it was like 220 to 250. Yeah. Why would they sell then if they knew we were going to go into alt season and knew it's going up to $8-10? Why would they sell then?
Right.
So they're just hoarding it, and they're gonna rug it, man. And it wouldn't be the first time a company's rugged, bro. It would not be the first time.
I mean, even Ethereum's CEO is definitely going to be dumping ETH at the top of this cycle. That's for sure.
Yeah, and that doesn't mean that Ripple won't be used in the future. It doesn't mean XRP won't be adopted with Ripple for transactions. They can still rug like that. It's their money, their wallets. They can do that. And think about this. If they want to go public, they have to keep the price from going too high. If it goes too crazy, then they're not going to be able to go public, right? And in order to go public, that is the reason why possibly that they turn over their supply to the U.S. for the reserve, right? Because going that would be like a no. They own the whole supply. Now they want to go public. So that is a possibility. But I just don't see it. I think they're going to be more profitable dumping these bags on people than they will going public. And then they lose control of their company.
I mean, the way I see things is personally, I don't really care if they dump. It doesn't really affect me because I'll just buy every single dip it throws at me.
Ooh, that's dangerous. That's dangerous rhetoric, bro. Careful. Starting to sound like a green trader, man.
I'm in that spot, man. I think if somebody had to ask me, I could only buy one cryptocurrency coin for the rest of my life, it would have to be XRP. Just because,
but why not? When it hits $10, take your profits out, at least your initials, and play with the house's money. And then that way, if it does go down, you just take that money, you throw it right back in down at the bottom.
I mean, maybe like 35%.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's all I'm saying, bro, is like, just be smart about it, Like, don't just keep throwing money at something and holding it to the bottom. I've done that before, man. And trust me, it makes you broke. It does the opposite of what you think.
I mean, for me, it's like, even if I have to wait 5 more years for adoption, it's not that long for me. I'm a lot younger than most people, so.
Right. And even for me, like, I could wait 25 years and I'll still be around for that. My kids will enjoy it. And I get it. You're young, my main thing is like crypto, you become rich off of it by trading it because of its volatility.
Yeah.
Obviously, if it's going to lose its volatility, just keep buying it and holding it over long term, but we're not there yet. Maybe in a few more years, that's what we'll see, and we'll lose that volatility. And then, I'll just keep throwing it. I won't have to watch the markets no more. That'd be great for me. I'd be totally happy with that. But I think in the meantime, while it's still volatile, use it to make some money. Make yourself rich now instead of 20 years down the line. Just being real, just being a realist. And
Yeah.
I hope that you're right. I hope it's just a steady uptick for the rest of our lives, kind of thing. That would be great, man. But realistically, trade it, bro. Trade it for now. Because I'll tell you what, right now, when things go up, there's a million other people like me that bought it great prices. We're going to keep dumping on people. It's going to keep the
Yeah,
prices
that's
from
true.
going crazy. And people like me that think that way, they've got even bigger bags than I do, man. So
Yeah.
it's just be realistic, man. Make it real. Make it real, dude. Because I'll tell you what, right now, there's money that I had that I made off of XRP from before. And if I'd have left it in right now, I would have made more money off of it, right?
Yeah.
But I took that money while I was alive and I bought property with it. I bought my Corvette with it. Now my Corvette's worth more than, what I took out in XRP altogether and would have made now. So it
Yeah.
appreciated more. And I'm not, it wasn't a lot of money, but I did something with the money. You know what I'm saying? Is like,
Yeah.
enjoy it, live life. Don't, it's just numbers on a sheet of paper if you don't actually do something with it. And diversification, like as far as get outside of crypto, make a lot of money and put it elsewhere. There's so many things to
Yeah.
invest in. Go buy yourself a nice gold chain, bro. All right. Go swag out, get yourself some nice Nikes, take the lady out to dinner and wife her up, bro. Like, do something with your
Yeah.
life. Don't just stare at a screen
Yeah.
all day. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I'll definitely be trading the stock market when I sell, or I'm gonna take some ADA profits, probably around $8 to $10, and then load up an account and start trading
$8 to
trading stock
$10 on
options.
ADA. That's
Yep.
where you're at, bro.
Yeah.
Damn. Hey, chat, hear me out. My boy said $8 to $10 on ADA.
It's definitely realistic. Like, come on.
Holy crap! This cycle.
Yeah.
Holy crap! That's a lot. Hold on,
I
I gotta.
mean, all-time high is at like 320, so it's not that far away.
Yeah, but
But
hold on.
that's based if we get an ETF. I should clarify that.
Okay. Still,
Yeah.
even still with an ETF, let me pull up the chart here. Let's take a. I'm not clowning on you, bro. You know I love you, bro. Let's be a little realistic here, though.
I mean, I've looked at the charts. I'm just, looking at what they're doing, and I think things are gonna turn around. But
Okay, now you look at my chart.
yeah.
See that trend line? If it breaks above this, then the next spot is like $1.50, $1.80, and it could continue from there. But I mean, dude, we're talking about we have what till November. Let's say we have till November. So we only have from here to here to move up here to $10, bro. That seems a little unrealistic to me. Look at that's
We'll
where
have to see.
$10 is. That's where $10 is, man.
Yeah.
I don't want to burst your bubble or nothing, but like you literally have the distance from here to here, this blue line right here to there, to get all the way up here. I just think that's really unrealistic. I think it could see an all-time high. I see $4. Yeah, why not? If everything lines up and it's perfect and moon cheese is in full effect and everything and crazy money, but the charts don't say anywhere near $10 to me. I would.
I mean,
what's your time frame on that?
I mean, obviously, like I don't think that the cycle is gonna end at November, so I think we'll keep going. So that's kind of my reason for it. But
So
I mean,
what's your time frame then? So like, when would it reach that
time frame,
$10?
maybe I would have to say maybe like 5 to 6 months.
So you thinking like February?
Possibly. I mean, it depends. I'm the reason why I said it is because I think we're gonna see more like multiple ETFs for ADA. I think they're gonna send Bitcoin higher, and I think ADA is gonna connect with it and make Bitcoin transactions faster because all the Bitcoin maxis wanted to be used for transactions. And then, you know, Trump was talking about letting retirement accounts buy, which is I think estimated to be around $9 trillion that would be around flowing in. And I mean, the market cap for ADA at $8 to $10 isn't that ridiculous. I mean, people are saying XRP is going to 15, and I mean, think about it. 4 months ago, everybody was saying it was going to go back down to 50 cent. You
I
know,
think
so
I think 15 is a little bit of a reach for XRP, but let's say it did. XRP would hit that number because of the narrative behind it. You don't see a million memes about Cardano every day. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying you're wrong, all right? Josh.
I mean, even the staked, like a lot of Cardano is staked too. So if that number continues to grow, there's going to be less circulating supply. So there's going to be that too.
But that's like a 4
So
or 5 year projection. I think, dude, I think by 2030, $8 to $10 Cardano obviously is definitely doable. But in the next 6 months, man, I just don't see it.
I mean, that's the thing. It just depends if adoption is 2030 or now. But that's what I told my friends. It's like I don't really care when it is. Like
Right,
I'll
it'll
wait. I'll,
happen.
I'll buy more. Like for me, it's like I'll just sell it at $8 or $10 because I know that's where it's gonna end up at. So it's like
Right.
until then,
Okay.
I just
See, and I totally understand that. And I agree with you. Down the road, all these things are going to do crazy things that we would have never
yeah
predicted this cycle, if it even is a cycle, like you said. However, you have to understand as a creator, because you're a creator now, you're up here, people are looking at your face, okay?
yeah
You have an obligation to the people that are watching you to be very clear about what you're saying and why you're saying it and how it's going to happen. Because I can get up here and say, oh yeah, Solana is going to 11D, and people will listen to it and believe it. But you got to remember, there's a lot of people that are taking out loans on their house, not paying their car payment, different things because they think it's going to happen tomorrow.
yeah.
They think it's going to happen in a month or two from now. And so they're rolling the dice on it. So yeah, I just want to tell you, nothing but love here, bro. You know I love you, bro. No homo. But
Yeah.
just be careful. Be careful what you say, because your words hold weight.
Yeah.
Okay?
I mean, on Twitter, I always do like my low end and then high end. So it's like, you know, obviously, like I actually when XRP hit 366, all the people in my group chat, I told them to sell and then buy back lower, and they did it. So, you know how bullish I am on XRP, but I even told them like, look, 366 was the top for that day, and you can buy back lower. So a lot of people did it, and I'm very open about that too. But just looking at the fundamentals, the community of Cardano and what it's building, you know, people are talking about all these other coins. I mean, I was looking at Quant more, and they have half the supply Bitcoin has. And it's like the whole reason people like Bitcoin is because of the low supply. And it's like Quant's sitting over here with, less than half of it. So, I think there's just more coins. And I think like the whole topic right now is Bitcoin. But I think like eventually, when utility kicks in, and that's part of my pricing, is like utility. Well, what are you supposed to do with Bitcoin? Like realistically, like from a non-biased perspective, besides store of value, which that's arguable, what are you supposed to do with Bitcoin, right? It's
Well,
like, what is it, 2 transactions per person per life or something like that?
we stumbled onto something by accident. So remember SXT, right?
Yeah.
So Jesse is dyslexic and she bought STX.
Hmm.
And we looked into it, And STX actually gives Bitcoin utility. Jesse, can you pull up STX and tell us its utility and how it affects Bitcoin? She's like she knows all about it now, because dude, it was a total accident that we found this thing. But
Yeah.
with this, now I'm a lot more bullish on Bitcoin. Right now, not so much. Obviously, Bitcoin could do higher numbers, but I'll wait for it to pull back and then I'll pick some up. But I was very much like staunchly against Bitcoin. I used to call Bitcoin a meme coin. I don't see that anymore because of this new coin. Jesse, let me know when you have STX pulled up, the utility for that. But you know, you and I were on the same train. I was there like a week ago. No utility for Bitcoin. All right, here you go, Jesse. You're live.
Okay, so it's a unique one-layer blockchain solution designed to bring smart contracts, decentralized application capabilities to the Bitcoin network, especially making Bitcoin programmable. Connection with Bitcoin, Stacks operates as a separate layer 1 blockchain, but it's deeply integrated with the Bitcoin network, leveraging its security and decentralization. By showing proofs of transfer, the Nakamoto release and an expected upgrade will make Stacks transition as irreversible as Bitcoins by having 100% of Bitcoin hash power determine their finality. I don't know. Stacks will introduce BTC 1.1 Bitcoin-backed assets that will enable trust-minimized movement of BTC in and out of Bitcoin layers, allowing Stacks smart contracts to interact with Bitcoin's state and unlock its potential in areas like DeFi and NFTs.
Boom. That sounds pretty good, right?
Yeah.
Big Baller says, I told you about STX when it was 61 cents. You know what, Big Baller? That's my bad. I kept thinking that when people were saying STX, I'm dyslexic too. I was thinking SXT. And Jesse would always be like, do a TA for STX, and I would always pull up SXT. And so, like, we kind of missed the train on that one. Revolution says I bought both.
I mean, I would buy both as well. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. But that's actually a really good thing for Bitcoin. And
Yeah.
so I can't even say Bitcoin's a meme coin anymore.
I mean, what's your thoughts on? Obviously, you know, I'm a little bit biased because I love ADA, but you know, ADA is doing similar things with Bitcoin as well. So, I mean, if you've got the two of them doing stuff, then we could see Bitcoin all time highs.
That's what I'm worried about. I think with Bitcoin having utility and like you said with ADA, there's a potential that Bitcoin just keeps going. 200K is not impossible for Bitcoin, for sure. And that would just completely melt away alt season right now. But I think this could be that lackluster alt season that I was talking about, what we're having right now.
You think people would stop buying altcoins if Bitcoin went to 250?
No, people will never stop buying altcoins. What I
I
think,
think they would buy more, to be honest.
yeah, but what I think is what you said is a possibility that we just keep ticking upward and everything keeps moving with Bitcoin. And I'm calling it the unicycle, the simulcycle. And it's not even really a cycle. It's just the new norm. It's the trend. Cycles are over.
I would prefer that, to be honest.
I mean, that would be a good thing. Everything keep moving upward.
I'm like the S&P 500.
Travis Saunders in the chat says retail is still small, and that is so true. There's
Yeah.
but there's not that much more people getting into it. The percentage to the population is still very low right now. I'm hoping that with this legislation coming out and all of that narrative behind it is going to bring new people into crypto. And I think that with that, these people are going to slowly trickle in, and that kind of brings validity to what you've been saying. Everything just keeps ticking upward. Because I don't see everyone. Let's say what, less than 10% are in crypto right now, right? I don't see 50% of the population FOMOing into crypto tomorrow. You know what I mean? Overnight.
Yeah.
It's going to be a slow and steady thing of like, it just keeps going up. It just keeps going up. And people are like, maybe I should be getting into this. You know what I mean? And as time goes by, it's just going to keep doing that. The volatility is going to go away, and which is all still good because we got in so early, right? So
Yeah.
it's not necessarily a bad thing, but cycles goes out the window. And for those of us that are using the cycle to trade, could get left in the dust.
Yeah. But I mean, let's look at broader, the entire stock market is worth over $100 trillion. Crypto's sitting here at 3.7. So it's like if we get adoption, you know, another $10 trillion, crazy returns. You add 20, 30, and I mean that's not gonna happen overnight, obviously, at all. But it's a possibility, right? If people start diversifying, and they hold stocks and they hold crypto, which is what I think the current administration is trying to do, because I mean it makes them more wealthy, and they have so many reasons to do it. I think that might actually play out. And in
Well,
that scenario, you know, I just don't see a 80% correction on Bitcoin. I just don't.
and that is definitely likely what you're saying. The problem is that if that happens, that means no alt season, no crazy parabolic numbers, right? And we won our alt season. You're holding XRP, you're holding alts, so you're not holding Bitcoin. A lot of us are
I mean, I
that
hold
way.
some.
Well, yeah, but you know what I mean. It's not your big
Yeah,
bag.
yeah, yeah,
And see, Revolution says if you ask anyone about crypto, all they know is Bitcoin, especially Gen X. And remember,
yeah,
the new liquidity coming into crypto, what do they buy? Bitcoin. Because they don't know
yeah,
anything. They don't even know that there's anything else to buy. Think of the old ladies putting $100 bills in the ATM machine thing, right? You think they were
yeah.
buying XRP? Exactly. They're buying Bitcoin. So
Yeah,
that's a problem. I think this is our alt season, though. Whatever we're seeing right now is our alt season. And uh, hopefully Bitcoin loses dominance and falls and we take off. Obviously, that sucks for the people holding Bitcoin that think it's doing whatever. Um, but this could be the last alt season. This could be alt season as we know it right now, which means that Cardano is not going to $10. XRP is not going to $25. All these other alts aren't going to do that because they get those crazy numbers from the money coming out of Bitcoin. So it's a double-edged sword. But I
I
hope.
think we were talking about the other time, where we were like only select altcoins are gonna go up. That could play hand in hand here, because if you think about it, if money's coming in from retirement accounts and there's these companies help people invest, the only thing they're going to buy is Bitcoin and or coins there's ETFs for, right? Because that's the only thing that's going to be marketed to them. So it could be that this money starts flowing in and people just buy, XLM, XRP, Bitcoin, ADA, Ethereum, and that could be it. But maybe a few more, right? I mean, obviously, there's going to be pumps on all of them because people are going to FOMO, and there's also anticipation, right? A lot of people, I've seen meme coins. I mean, Dogecoin was pumping, it's ripping. The reason why is because there's this whole anticipation that Bitcoin is going to drop and it's going to go up. But, I don't think Bitcoin's in for its last leg up. Even if Bitcoin goes all the way back down to 70K, it's not going to happen from here. There's going to be another leg up. So, there's two things that could happen. We get an alt season, we get a bear market, and I get a great opportunity to buy more before adoption, and then 4 years later, we all get rich. Or it's just going to be a slow, steady incline, and it's honestly kind of nerve wracking in a way to watch because either of those could happen realistically, and there's not really a way to tell until we get like for sure signs.
I want to be optimistic, man. I really do. And I think, man, I don't know. Like, I think we get alt season because people want it. They need it, right?
Yeah.
I mean, look at XRP.
Influencers too, yeah.
Yeah, this kind of looks like a bull flag. It also kind of looks like a double top on XRP, right? Like, it's one of those, like, what's it going to be, right? I think we go up.
Yeah.
Honestly, I
think people know that too.
Yeah. And they're
Did
not.
you see
See
sorry, I
what?
didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're good. You're good. Don't worry about it.
Oh, what was his name? The Barstool Sports owner, Dave Portney.
Oh yeah.
Have you seen the video about him where the guy told him XRP's not looking too good, and then it ran him right up as soon as he sold?
Yeah, I did see that. Millions. That's a bummer.
I feel like more of that could happen. Like, let's just hypothetically say Bitcoin sends to $500,000 just because they decide that's what they do. And, all these influencers, like, they're telling people it's the top of the cycle, sell. And then as soon as they sell, people buy their positions up. That would be something crazy to see.
I mean,
sure.
That's been happening already,
Yeah.
That's why I said, like, as a creator, we have an obligation to not take advantage of that, not take it. And at least I feel that way. I feel like we have to be above rapport, right? If you want to be a good creator, obviously, I've noticed the people that are just pumping the shit out of everything, no matter what, they're the ones that are pushed, right? Because everybody's talking and chatting, they're being pushed out in there. But for me personally, like, it just seems wrong, to play people like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. And I can be wrong sometimes too. I'm wrong all the time. But if I'm making things up just so that it profits me or does what I want it to do, what goes around comes around, right?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you saw what happened with Coin. I was warning everybody that was going to be a complete rug. And I mean, it ran to almost 100 million, but 3 weeks before they said an announcement was going to come, and there was never an announcement. And it's like,
which one was
found
that?
it crazy. Coin.
I don't even know what that is. Meme coin?
The dev basically, they made the whole idea around Trump and that there was going to be an announcement on July 20th, right? And then they sent a huge amount of the supply to World Liberty Financial's wallet and then tricked a bunch of people to buy it. And they sent it up to 80 million market cap. And then they basically rugged it. And then they paid influencers to like tell everybody that, Trump was holding it and he was going to pump it. It was like a whole big thing. And I spent weeks warning everybody. And I mean, my posts were getting shadow banned and so many people lost money on it. I mean, it was actually, I don't even know why World Liberty Financial didn't come out and like say they weren't part of it, because I mean that was a crazy thing to watch.
Damn. What about this new trend, the Dej coin? Everybody thinks it has utility, dude. It's a meme coin, man. Even like my agent, she's like, "Hey, should I buy Dogecoin?" I was like, "No, don't do it."
I think that's the one I was talking about.
Is that what it is? Oh yeah.
Yeah, they rugged that one.
Yeah. Poor people. People thought that it was something, and just another Dogecoin kind of thing, pump and dump.
Yeah.
Another
It's not gonna
White
be
Rock.
another Dogecoin.
Yeah, yeah. We don't need another Dogecoin.
Yeah. You know, the only thing I'm worried about is when, let's hypothetically say Bitcoin goes to 13 million in a couple years, right? Maybe 5 years down the line. The only thing I've thought about is it going to get there
13
because of
million.
it,
13 million in
that's
5 years.
obviously really high. Probably further out. I don't know why I said 5, but that's what people are putting out there, right?
Maybe
And
1 million.
my concern is if we ever hit that high, is it going to be because of actual inflow, or is it just going to be because there's no Bitcoin left and it makes the price go up really high? So it just pumps, like, everybody who's holding their portfolios are up, another 50x, but there's no actual added liquidity. So when that
Right.
happens, as soon as people start to sell, it's just going to drop insanely fast,
Exactly. It
which is
is a
the
bubble.
only issue with Bitcoin. Only issue. It's
And
like,
go
yeah.
ahead. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, the price will rise because there's no Bitcoin left, but it won't rise because of added value. So that means liquidity isn't really gonna be bigger. So, when people start to sell, a lot of people are gonna get stuck at the top right there.
Yeah, my question in all of that with the liquidity issue is what happens when we do get this adoption we're talking about, because it's coming. Okay, there will
Yeah.
be an adoption. The question is when, right?
Yeah.
So with adoption, will you be able to spend it digitally and not have to transfer it into something and just spend your Bitcoin, and you don't need the
Yeah.
liquidity?
That's true.
But what does that do to the US dollar?
I mean, it would cook it at that point.
Yeah, and that's another problem. There's a lot of problems with this
Yeah.
whole switch getting flipped thing that I'm really concerned about, because it's like, careful what you wish for, right?
It would definitely cause the dollar to crash. Or the dollar crashes before and then they use that as a reason to switch. Either two of those.
Yeah, and that would be like a forceful switch where it's
Yeah.
like we don't have the liquidity anymore, so we're just using digital dollars now, and you're transferring it to a stable coin. I don't know. Chat, someone help me out. How does this work? I don't claim to know everything, right? And a lot of what we're talking about, it's very speculative. So like
Yeah.
we're making educated guesses here, right? But what is a switch to digital assets, digital money actually do to the world? Is it actually going to be a positive change? Maybe in the long run, but in the short run, I think a lot of people are gonna get cooked in all of this.
Yeah. Especially the ones that aren't holding whatever asset, or these crypto assets. But
Travis says
there's
instead of fake dollars printed, it will be fake coins. But that's the thing about Bitcoin is you can't fake it, right?
yeah.
But you can fake stable coins. That's the problem with Tether, right? So Tether's been printing fake coins and pumping it into Bitcoin. And because of that, for every $100 in Bitcoin, it's only backed by $1. That's more of that liquidity problem of actually pulling it out and turning it
Yeah.
into something real.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't really like stable coins that much. Like,
Unfortunately, that's the future, man. That's
yeah.
the new CBDC.
Hopefully not.
Oh, I firmly believe it is, man. And you know what I think? I think that the stable coin, everyone's going to have their own stable coin. Amazon's going to have one. Walmart's going to have one. They're already building them right now, right? So you're going to be holding USDC or whatever, and you're going to have to transfer it into their stablecoin. And instead of having overdraft fees, the transfer fee is going to be the new overdraft fee, man.
I mean, hey, that's another reason to use XRP.
Yeah, but at the same time, you're still, and you are correct with that because it's cheap and fast. So yeah, they're going to need something like XRPL in order to facilitate that. But at the same time, every time you're trying to make a transaction, unless you're holding Amazon stablecoins, you're going to be paying a transaction fee to make that purchase.
I mean, is there? I don't even think there's anything legally stopping from Amazon making their own stablecoin, then being like, you want to buy something off our website, it has to be done through our coin.
They're
Like
making one right now.
They could do that.
Amazon's making one. Walmart's making one. There's a whole list of them that they're all making their stable coins right now.
You know, either that or we get some sort of. The only thing is, how would that even work? Because the liquidity would be so spread out. If every company has their own coin, it doesn't exactly work. I could be wrong, but
That's what I've been trying to say is like, is there really any money in holding coins like XRP anymore because of stable coins?
I mean, I don't think somebody would just hold Amazon coin though. I mean, it doesn't go up. So they have like a higher reason to hold Bitcoin, higher reason to hold XRP, you know.
I feel like the reason would be is APY, right? Depending on what you're holding or staking, you're going to earn APY from it. And that's going to be your yield.
I think though they might face backlash because there's this whole idea around if we go to crypto, people should be able to pay with whatever coin they want to. Like if I want to pay with XRP, I should be able to pay with XRP. If I want to pay with Bitcoin, I should be able to pay with Bitcoin. Because if we start controlling with what cryptocurrencies you can pay with, is that really still decentralized at that point? And that was a whole argument. I don't know if you watched when Brad Garlinghouse was talking to the Senate, but they were arguing about that very topic. They were like, yeah, we like this crypto adoption, but it needs to stay decentralized, and we don't want stable coins with overreach. And I feel like right now there's gonna be a whole battle around that for sure.
Oh, 100%. And we talked about this before, right?
Yeah.
And the thing is, we're going to lose that battle. We're going to lose it for
Hopefully
sure.
not.
Well, look at
I can't say that we obviously they're gonna win, but like hopefully they don't.
they're going to win. I'm a pessimist. You know me, I'm the bear of the market. You know, I'm always like, but I'm a realist at the same time. I'm like, think about it. What do they really want to accomplish with crypto? They want control, right?
Yeah.
And they want to take the power away from you. And they put it out with the guise of putting the power of the money back in the hands of the people. They come out with these pipe dream ideas of that everything is going to be decentralized and all this stuff, but really the end goal, what they want is they want centralization. They want control. They want to monitor what you're spending, how you're spending it, track it so that they can send ads to you that are custom for you. And, you know, even with like the TikTok algorithm, TikTok knows how to make you spend money with their algorithm. TikTok knows when you're going poop, right? Like it knows everything. It knows you're going to go poop before you do.
Yeah.
You
want to
know?
know what's crazy? There's this theory, and a lot of people have been talking about it on Reddit. You think of something, you think of a product in your head or something, and you see an ad on TikTok for it.
Oh,
And I was like,
100%.
no way. And then I don't think I can say this. I work for a startup, okay? I'm not going to say the name. It is in the medical side of things. And they literally are working with the company for that exact reason. Like I can tell you right now, I can't say the name, but it's a real thing.
I believe it.
And the sensors are already in the phone. Like if you did your own research, you could probably find it, but there is a company publicly out there right now where basically they can scan your brain and they can see what you're thinking about and they can advertise to you that way.
Dude,
That's definitely not a conspiracy theory.
the facial recognition can
Yeah.
sense your moods and emotions and things like
Oh
that as
yeah.
well. And you know,
Yeah.
that's another scary thing is because, like, let's say in the future, I mean it's happening now, right? So you're
Yeah.
scrolling through your phone and the news comes up and it's something that um is like happening, and then let's say like, oh, they're what, for instance, let's say that our country wants to go to war with another country, right? And some
Yeah.
news comes up about that happening and going to war, and the facial recognition recognizes that you oppose that idea, and then it logs it and puts you on a list as undesirable. And then they send the Amazon truck to your house and act like they're delivering a package and load you up in the back of the van, and you just disappear. And it's become normalized that Amazon trucks are driving around, and all these different things are normalized. And then before you know it, 1984. Have you read 1984?
I have not, but I'm deep into these. I don't even want to call them conspiracy theories. If you know, you know that. I'm gonna leave it at that.
Yeah, it's happening, dude. Read 1984, bro.
But yeah.
That book was written in like the 50s about what the future would be like in 1984. Now, he was wrong about the year, but I'll tell you what, right now, we are getting very close to that dystopian future now. And all this stuff we're
Yeah.
talking about is all in that book, man. And what's crazy is because, like, I read that book many times, right? And it's actually a love story, a beautiful
Mhm.
love story, but at the same time, it's very, very tragic and dystopian. Highly recommend. One of the creators in the crypto space, his name is George Orwell, 1984. That's who wrote the book, George Orwell. Check it out.
Mhm.
Yes, the book's name, chat, is 1984 by George Orwell. Great book. But yeah, that's the future, man. They're gonna know what your thoughts are, and just by
Yeah.
the cameras on the front of your screen. I'll tell you what, right now, Edward Snowden puts tape over all of his cameras. That should
I
tell you
have
something.
yep, I have tape on my laptop too, and my webcam on my laptop because it faces my bed. I bought one that has a little flap so I can close it. I don't trust it one bit.
Dude, the mic is on
Oh
everything all
yeah.
the time.
Yep.
You literally have a CIA tracking device in your back pocket that you carry around with you. You have a Google in
Yeah.
your kitchen that's spying on you. Everyone is being spied on 100% all the time. You can't get away from it. Even
There's
when
a
you're,
Simpsons episode about it too.
dude, even when you're outside of like cell service in like a dead
Oh
zone,
yeah.
it's recording it and logging it. And then when you get back into service, it uploads it. It's freaking
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah. And they say you can't even if you tried to run from the government, you could go off to a random island. They have a satellite that's tracking you. Like it's
Right.
impossible.
You can't get away from it. We
Nope.
live in a 100% surveillance globe now. It used to be a surveillance state. Now it's the entire globe. You cannot go anywhere.
Yeah. Everything is already centralized in a way, to be honest.
It is. And that's why I say, like, we want decentralization. We want control of our money and everything, but that's not the direction things are moving. It comes with the guise of decentralization, but the fact of the matter is that's the wolf in sheep's clothing. And
Yeah.
I hate to be Mr. Pessimist here, but I mean, since the beginning of time, men have been trying to take over the world. What makes you think they're
Yeah.
stopping now?
Yeah. I mean, even if hypothetically Trump signs some sort of law that banned the tracking and everything for a while, which he probably will, all it takes is realistically a new administration to come in and vote to change it, right? So
Exactly. And they'll do it. And as of right now, all we have is an executive order, the no
yeah,
CBDCs bill, which is,
they left a loophole in there though. I've done my homework.
oh, please tell me. I'm all ears.
They basically, I forgot what it was. Basically, it only bans the Federal Reserve from issuing a central bank digital currency, but the government still can, to put things short.
Or the
It's only,
corporation, the state,
yeah,
right?
the only ones who can't do is Federal Reserve, but it's kind of I don't even understand it because Federal Reserve, but we're talking about getting rid of the Federal Reserve now. So if there's only a CBDC ban on the Federal Reserve and then we get rid of it, then there is no more ban. So
Exactly. And look at we have the stablecoin bill just got passed, Genius Act, written into
yeah,
law now, right? And then they put forward two more bills. One is the no CBDCs Anti-Surveillance Act, and
yeah,
then the other one is the Clarity Act. And I'll tell you what, right
yeah,
now, they'll probably not pass the Anti-Surveillance Act. And people literally think that though all three of them are law now, and then it's over, it's
yeah,
done. That's how uninformed people are.
yeah.
And they don't
I mean,
understand the process, how it works. And what'll happen is the news covered the stablecoin bill thing and everything all together at once, lumped it all in together, and then the Surveillance Act one will just dwindle off and die, and people will just assume that it's there when it's not.
yeah. Unfortunately, I saw Marjorie Taylor Greene warned against this so many times. She was like, "We need to put these on one bill." And nobody listened to her. I even saw so many MAGA supporters go after her, and I'm like, they're all wrong. Like, there is literally just says Federal Reserve. I mean, you can even ask Grok, like,
Grok.
but
Ask Grok, chat. Oh, dude,
you know
how old
you're
are
cooked if Grok did.
you? Grok. Oh, man, that's funny. I am Grok.
I mean, if Grok tells you there's a loophole, there's definitely a loophole.
Yeah. Dude, I think the future is bright for those of us that are in crypto now. We're going to make some money, but I think it, in the long run, the future's bleak, man. We're going to
Yeah,
lose.
it would take a miracle for us to have it otherwise.
And we talked about this before, remember? Like
Yeah,
less than 1% of the population in crypto, like of the crypto
yeah,
population, are informed. You know, that's
yeah.
why Bitcoin is freaking taking off. So the odds are stacked against us.
I think and that's my main issue, and I think this is why I'm such a XRP hodler, is because of like those who know whether adoption comes in 2030, not everybody's going to be in it, and once they pump it, it's going to be too late for most people. So it is what it is. You know, maybe we get lucky and the next 200 years are not centralized and controlled. Maybe we see change, but that's like a 1 to 99% chance ratio right
No
there.
way. No way. By that time, dude, it'll be like 100% a um global government that is totalitarian, fascistic, authoritarianism 100% by then. That's what I see. That's the future. And we've been marching in lockstep for that for years.
Yeah.
Literally the people that don't want that march in lockstep for that to happen. It's
They've
crazy.
got their brains wired weird.
Dude, look at COVID. Look at what happened during COVID. people were like mad because they had to wear a mask. So when they were out in public and they saw someone not wearing a mask, they would bitch and complain about it and say, he's not wearing a mask. If I have to wear one, he has to wear one. They literally created their own problem that they hated. That's the world we
Yeah.
live in.
Yeah, I know we probably can't talk about it because I don't want to, there's definitely an automated system listening to this, but there's a lot of things that, how do I say this without saying it, that they lied about that pandemic,
Oh, yeah.
and they got everybody to fall for it. And that's scary because
I didn't fall
what,
for it.
yeah, I did not, but if people will fall for that, all I'm going to say is they could get everybody to take something that could, I'm not even going to get into that, but people are way too brainwashed.
Dude, they'll go put a
Sure.
brain chip in their brain if they think they can have Nintendo in their mind. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and before you know it, and that'll be the future. Everyone's going to have these brain chips, right? And like, look at TikTok algorithm, right? It feeds you dopamine for scrolling.
Yeah.
And that's why TikTok Shop does so well, because it literally feeds you a dopamine response when you spend money. That's like why people watch on Twitch, and you can send bits on Twitch, right? Which are like just like when you send roses on TikTok, but they don't send them on Twitch because Twitch doesn't give them that dopamine release. But on TikTok, they're constantly sending in those gifts and stuff, and it's literally a penny. It's a fraction of a penny actually, because TikTok takes 60% of that penny, right?
Yeah.
And they feel as though they've done something and contributed so much by sending one rose, when really they've sent 40% of a penny.
Yeah.
But they continue to do that, and TikTok is like on a wide spread. They're making millions, and the creators, it's slave labor, dude. I've been sitting here for 2 hours and I've made $11. You know what I mean? That is slave labor. That's less than $5 an hour. And as time goes by, I'll be here for 4 hours and it'll still be about that same price. So like it's just crazy that dopamine release, right? And that's what I was talking about with the brain chips. The brain chip will do the same thing. You'll be doing slave labor, but your brain will be getting that dopamine release that you won't even care. You'll be happy to do it.
Yeah. It's crazy. And what's even more crazy is the people who think they're against it and you just said this, are advocating for the people who don't care about them.
Yeah.
Like, at this point, this isn't even about what political side you're on, because I mean, let's be honest. There is no I don't even know what the word is, but you're not winning on either side. Let's just put it that way.
Let me bring something up in the chat. So Alexa says, I'd rather send it straight to you. And that's why we accept donations directly to the Cash App, Venmo, or PayPal. Alexa, obviously, you already know what it is. And Twitch, there's a link there that you can click. 50%. Okay, so TikTok takes 60% of what we make. All right. On here when you send gifts. If you send it to me, 50% of everything you send in donations goes to a nonprofit. This month we're giving to the undergroundrailroad.org, which is the Tim Ballard Foundation, which goes to help stopping essaying of children and trafficking. So when you're giving directly to me, we're receiving the same amount of money. But you're giving to not only this channel, but you're giving to something that matters. Like in the last several months, we gave to the Save a Warrior Foundation, which helps veterans who are like, want to unalive themselves and things like that, and don't have homes and things. So when you give those donations directly to the show, you're actually doing so much more. And I notice, like, when people give on TikTok, they send a penny or whatever. When they send those donations, they're actually substantial. We raised $75 2 months in a row for the Save a Warrior Foundation. And I think with crypto taking off the way it is, and the money people are making now, I'm hoping that we can raise over $1,000 to help children being trafficked. And I've been wanting to do this one for months now, and it just 4th of July came up, so I decided, we're going to do the Save a Warrior Foundation again. And like clockwork, like everything happens for a reason, man. But with the Epstein thing coming out, now we're doing the trafficking thing, and it just lined up perfect. You know, God's got a bigger plan than we do, and his timing is perfect. So it really is amazing, all the donations you guys have sent in. So if you do want to give a donation to the show directly, send me a DM, and I will make sure that the money gets sent. And at the end of the month, when we get all the donations together, I post the receipt of the money that was donated, so you know that that money's going to the cause that I say it's going to, and it's going to help this show. It's helping to pay Jesse, it's helping to pay the IT guy, the journalist that we have here, and Josh is just our slave labor. He's just here, he works for free. Anyway, go on. I didn't mean to cut you off. I just, little promo there.
No, that's good. I don't know. What were you talking about? Yeah, I agree.
Surveillance
It's
state.
crazy. I mean, even what TikTok's done is, if you think about it, all these different gifts, even the galaxies, they've put like a value to each of the gifts and the animations, but it's all digital. It's like made up, and it's like people are paying for nothing if you really think about it. And like you said, 60% is going to TikTok, which is crazy.
That's,
Like,
dude,
and they don't
Twitch
even
takes
say that up front.
25%,
Yeah.
which still seems like it's a lot. Like, I think they should be taking like maybe like 8 or 10%. Like 60% is crazy. That means when you send $10, they get 11, I get 9. Or excuse me, when you send $20, they get 11, I get 9.
Yeah. That honestly, the only benefit with TikTok is at least they if you make like videos over a minute, you make more than you do on YouTube. Man, YouTube Shorts, because I have accounts that are monetized, they do not pay well. It's like, it's actually crazy, and it's like these media companies are profiting so much, and they're getting all these people to create content, but at the end of the day, it's like they just push what they want to push to the algorithm. And what you were saying too
Likes is the new
is,
currency.
yeah, if you're sad, they're gonna push you videos around that topic. If you're happy, they're gonna push you videos around that. And it's like, it is that deep. It really is that deep. It's like, and the thing is, it's like this is all ties in with crypto. It's like when we're talking about adoption, all this other stuff is also at the back end of that at the same time. Like, this is all technologies. I mean, you just said Amazon's working on a stable coin. It's like, where one thing goes, everything follows. It's always how it's going to be. It's like, Trump was talking about flying cars. And it's like, a couple years ago, we were watching movies about futuristic cities with insane technology, AI, robots, and flying cars. And now we have robots. Elon Musk is developing those. And probably a year or two from now, we're going to have flying cars. And then before you know it, you have futuristic looking cities, like 15-minute cities, or even just cities like that. Like,
Oh yeah, they want you to
we're
live
gonna be
in the
living the
pod.
movies.
They want you to live in the pod and eat the bugs. You'll have a brain chip in your brain. You'll think you're sitting on a beach eating steak, and you'll have bug paste pumped directly into your stomach, and you'll be getting a dopamine release that thinks you're biting into a juicy steak. The Matrix, man. That's where we're headed.
Yeah. Kind of like the Wall-E movie, almost. That little spaceship that everybody was in with their seats.
And what's crazy is we see these movies and we know that it's happening, yet we just march towards it.
Yeah.
And do nothing
they do
about
it on purpose.
Yeah. 100%. And that's deeper down the rabbit hole. I
Yeah.
believe that the reason they do that is because in your brain, you feel like, oh, this needs to stop, but you've already fought against it because you released those emotions in the movie, not in real life.
Yeah.
So you're able to be pacified in real life, but in the movie, you're releasing those emotions, that anger, those feelings of revolt. Like, look at Star Wars. You know, we're clearly in the Empire, and everybody, you know, was for the rebellion. Yet in real life, everyone marches in lockstep for the Empire, and that's because that
Yeah.
that dopamine release of I did something is released and gives your brain that feeling. So it pacifies you.
100%. Yeah, it's gonna be a crazy next decade. That's for sure.
Oh yeah. And
And yeah,
were you here when I talked about the release of suppressed technologies bill? Do you know about that one?
yeah,
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 2020. All suppressed technology is to be released and implemented into society by 2025. And that's the reset, the switch being flipped, all this new technology coming out. Obviously, it's going to be released and started to be implemented this year. But by
yeah,
2030, the world will be unrecognizable. It will
yeah,
be that switch that you're talking about is going to happen, you know, like, but how, when, where, why, the we don't know, but we do know it's coming. So I
yeah,
do think the narrative of everything going digital and getting taken over, yes, but I think it's more of like a slow roll snowballing effect over time, and not so much as a switch getting flipped where, like,
yeah.
ISO just happened July, right? And everybody's like, oh, what happened to XRP? You know, like,
Hey, real XRP maxis never told anybody that that was gonna do anything. I'm gonna just leave it at that.
right. But I mean, that's why we pumped the way we did. Crypto
Yeah,
week with the bill and the ISO FOMO from the normies is why XRP's up right now.
yeah,
And like those prices you're talking about, $15-$25, that comes from institutional money, not retail FOMO. And that
yeah.
kind of money is probably not going to come in until after this thing crashes. I think end of the month, man, tariffs is going to bring it all back down, and then big boys are going to come move into it.
You know what's crazy though is I put this in the Discord group chat. Trump has a huge event planned for August 1st, so that
For
could be to
crypto?
counter tariffs. I think so. Yeah.
Really? Where's that
Either
at?
that or it would either that or it would just be some sort of news that would make the markets either stay where they're at or pump,
Oh, what's it
which I
called?
kind of suspect they might
I'm going to
do.
have Jesse look into it, pull it up for us.
I don't know exactly what it was. I just know something around August 1st. That's all I remember seeing.
Jesse, can you look and see if there's, you said it's around crypto?
Could be. They said something about payments, which I mean they can say that however they want. Had something to do with transactions or payments on August 1st.
Jesse, and it's in the Discord, right?
I was talking about it. I didn't put a link to it,
Oh, okay, okay. Jesse,
but
can you look into that and see what you can find? What's coming? Some event August 1st, something with payments or crypto, or I do know the tariffs are coming in on the 1st, right?
yeah,
That's all I know of. So this is actually news to me. And it's funny how the timeline just seems to line up perfectly, right? Just when something's about to come along that's going to crash everything, they got to throw something out there to keep it going. Dude, it's insider trading at its finest, in case you hadn't noticed. Are you noticing a trend here? Because I am.
yeah. I mean, what was it? They voted no on the Genius bill the night before just to vote yes on it the next day. That was 100% an insider trading move.
Oh, for
there.
sure. For sure. Not from a real source, only talking about his tariffs. Okay. So it's not, it's just something on X, probably. Rumor.
I know, I wouldn't say it's a rumor because I saw it like officially posted, but I will say I don't know exactly what it's about. I do want to clarify that. All I know is that some sort of an event is going to be on August 1st. I don't know how big it's going to be, but
Dude, if you find it or
I'll
anything
look
on
for
it, in the Discord, there's like a hashtag news posted in there, and I'll look into it.
All right.
You don't got to do it right now, but
I'll
anyway,
look for it
brother,
tonight.
I got to get into the news and the rest of the show, man. I always appreciate having you on. It's been a great chat, and
Likewise.
hopefully your bags pump. Same for you guys, chat. Hopefully your bags pump. Crypto Goat sent a heart me. There's so many fake crypto goats now. Oz the crypto goats. There's a whole bunch of different crypto goats out there now. So by the way, if you want to follow me, make sure you follow me during the live because there are a million fake accounts of me now. All right, Josh, thank you very much. I appreciate you.
All right. Have a great rest of your night.
You too, brother. Yeah, send that link to Jesse on Discord. Put it in hashtag news, and I appreciate you.
All right. We'll do.
Well, that was a fun conversation. Thank you for all the gifts. So many to even list, but I'll give shout outs to names. Neo, Seamont, Travis, Big Baller, Crypto Slayer, Crypto Goat. Thank you for all the gifts. Lots and lots of gifts. Appreciate you guys. We've made a whopping $11.84, but I do appreciate it. Somebody send me a dragon crown. Let's see if we can get a dragon crown. I like that. That one's my favorite because I go, and like the fire comes out of your mouth. I don't know. I think it's fun. If you can, if you can't, let me tell you right now, if you can't, I get it because it looks like we're about to pump, baby. XRP is a bull flag. This looks like a bull flag to me. Ah, Big Baller, thank you. Thank you for the dragon crown. Yeah, XRP is about to pump. From what I've worked with XRP market cap, it's going to about 58 to 60 bull market cap over $1. Dude, moon cheese. $58 to $60 billion market cap. What would that put the price at? Don't tell me you're going to say 10K. If that is the case, the secret market cap is 6 trillion, then XRP total is 100-ish. Secret market cap, $6 trillion. Bro. The secret market cap, guys. Are you guys following the secret market cap? Dude, if it's a secret, how do you know? If it's a secret, how do you know? I don't know. It sounds like some moon cheese. Only Stardust. Yeah, Stardust. You've been sniffing the Stardust, bro. My guy. Put the Stardust down, bro. Put it down. Oh, I think what he's saying is the price is going to go to $1. Now, I could believe that. I could believe that the price of XRP goes to $1. I tell you what, I do think that we're forming a bull flag on XRP, though. I think your buy point is right about where it's at right now. 354 to 348. That's going to be your buy point. Bro, I realize XRP is a blank, but is a baby cash cow. Enjoy making it. Can I TA Doge? Yeah, I can TA Doge for you, buddy. Just give me a minute here. Let's do the hat and mustache. Hat and mustache is the goal. My buy point was 40 cents. Nice. And if you missed a 40-cent buy point on XRP, I told you all when to buy it at 163. That was the buy point if you missed the first pump, okay? So if you're FOMOing now, you're not listening, you're not paying attention, you're not watching this show, you're not deluxe subscribing and getting that one-on-one coaching from me, okay? But I'll tell you what right now, if you're still FOMOing, you got a chance for at least another pump up to around like, 420. $4 to 420. I think $4 will be a next resistance. It'll go to like 420 to 450. It's coming. All right, let's do Doge real quick. I don't know who's still buying Doge, but Simon seems to do pretty well. Simon does pretty well, so if Simon's buying it, it must be about to do something. Thank you, Eric, Big Baller, and Simon for the hat and mustaches. Doge. Yeah, pretty much buy it now. I think it's going to go. I think XRP is going to go. All right, Doge is still this double bottom here, okay? So it's got this double bottom, right? Which means it should go to like 34, 35 cents to 36.55. That seems about right. It'll hit some resistance at 30 cents, and that could potentially fulfill it at 30 cents, and then it's done. But if we're going into alt season, I think it does like 34 to 36.5. And that's just based off of this. It could obviously potentially do more. Yes, Oz the Crypto Cowboy. Yeehaw! Nate, I'll do ADA. I literally just did ADA, but I'll do it again for you. Cardano. Yeah, Cardano, same thing. It's that double bottom. Okay. It should do like 95 cents to $1 minimum. Could do like $1.03, $1.05. I think that's more a realistic point on this one if we're going into alt season. And that's like a it could take us till mid-August to get to that point. I got in at 26 into Joe. Doge, what about Yasmi? There's too many gaps in the green candles. You mean in which one? By the way, if you're not trading gaps, you need to get into my TA class because we're going to start doing gap trading. Gap trading will print you money, baby. Nothing easier to read than a gap. All right, what was the Yasmi? Yasmi, baby. And remember, 50% of all donations sent this month go to the undergroundrailroad.org, the Tim Ballard Foundation, to help stop child SA trafficking. Yasmi, I'm not seeing Yasmi. It's not coming up. There we go. Oh, yeah. Ooh. Okay, Yasmi's same thing, this double bottom. All right. Double bottom here, which means it should go to about like 0.0247, 0.025 to 0.028. That's just based off of this. Obviously, you can go higher, but based off of this pattern, I'll tell you what, like this one looks like a decent buy right now. Nice double bottom. Most people that are like traders would see this double bottom. This would be their entry point right now. Texas 1. You have a long list of cryptocurrencies that you want done, yet you are not a subscriber. So we'll see if I can get to you. Okay, buddy? HBAR's got the same double bottom. Yeah, a lot of them do. A lot of them do. TikTok seller, thank you for the roses. Let's do neon. Is that the right one? Neon. Yeah, it looks like the... Asking for a friend? Which one? XLM asking for a friend. Oh, that's funny. Dude, this one's like bottomed out, bro. How long's this been out? Since May of 2024. Is Neon a meme coin? I'll tell you what, if we're going into alt season, this looks like a buy. But I don't know what the... Yeah, it looks rugged to me. Which means that it could have difficulty coming up because people start jumping out of it. If this is a meme coin, you might want to steer clear. My buddy who subscribed asked me to ask about algo. I recommend you subscribe yourself. You know, guys, we need more subscribers. Our subscriber has dropped dramatically, and that's because a lot of people haven't been renewing their subscriptions that they were gifted. So subscriptions are like way down. I think we're at like 75, 80 subscribers, down from like 200. And that was a while back. Um, so it, you know, if you're, looking for TA on these things and you're looking for advice in crypto, I offer coaching. Okay. So I offer one-on-one coaching with crypto and for your wallets, for even TA for your stocks and stuff, right? So become a deluxe subscriber, guys, and get that one-on-one TA. I'm not going to be offering the $1.99 subscription anymore, and it's just going to be the deluxe subscription where you get the one-on-one with me. So that way you can just ask me directly what something's going to do with the TA, because I can't go live all the time, and it's just better for me that way. So it's just a lot of work to put out those stupid videos like every single day. And so I'm going to be doing the deluxe subscriptions. Yeah, SXT looks like it might send. I agree. I think everything's about to send, y'all. Yeah, I'll SXT right now. TikTok seller, if this is a meme coin, I would steer clear of it. If it has utility, it might be worth buying, but I would probably steer clear of this thing personally, because if it is a meme coin and it got rugged from all the way up here, no matter how much you buy into it, people are going to try to sell it to get out of it. Yes, the green light is on, baby. The green light is on. It is on like Donkey Kong. Look, I'm gonna have to retire Crypto Hulk. Crypto Hulk is gonna have to get put away. No more Crypto Hulk. We're done with Crypto Hulk. All right, we'll do SXT. Man, I threw out my back like 10 minutes before the live, guys. I literally couldn't breathe. It was so bad. It was so bad. I haven't been this bad in a long time. Oh yeah, SXT looks like it might send, y'all. It also looks like it could be a Head and Shoulders here, okay? If this is a Head and Shoulders, we're cooked. And it's coming down to 0.075 if it's cooked. But that would be a buy, baby. That would be a buy. If you're in the TA class, you would see that's a fair value gap, but it already got filled. So I would say more or less that 0.085 would be it. This is beautiful. This is what you want to see in something that's crashed and moving up. It's filling all those fair value gaps. This is what you want to see. This means it's going to tick upward. It's gonna go up, I think. I don't really see it coming down. And if it does, it's probably going to go to 0.085 and then up from there. No big deal. I really don't think the Head and Shoulders is going to play here. I think we're going into alt season. And, this is a cup and handle, right? So we have our cup and handle here. Now, it is a bearish drop into a cup and handle, so it's less likely to play out, only like 30% instead of like 60%. However, it's a new project and it hasn't really formed any patterns yet. So this is its first real pattern. So I would imagine this is going to play out. And if this plays out, you're going to see cup, handle, cup. So it'll go to 1450 probably. 14 to 14.50 is what I'm seeing. We'll take profits at around 11.5. Something like that. I think that this is bullish, man. I think that this one's going to see all-time highs, man. Just be patient on this one. And if it falls down, I'm buying more. All right? That's where I'm at with it. It may not send until the next cycle, okay? Remember when I told you about this one, okay? Remember I told you this one's in its accumulation phase. You're buying up and buying to hold this thing for when it does send. This is like buying ZBEC back in 2024. He said, please. Who said, please? Can you look at Chainlink, please? Because you said, please, yes, but become a subscriber, man. Or at least follow or hit the like button or something. Jeez, guy. Somebody throw me a bone here. Like, for real. Like the live or share it out to somebody or, you know, because was it CK 87 something, dude? Like, share the live, share it out to your friends, send a hat and mustache, you know, show some love and appreciation. Because guys, like, I do this like every day of the week. This is my life now. I could literally just be on vacation all the time. I went on 2 vacations. It was wonderful. And I was like, what the hell am I doing? Why am I sitting in front of a camera in a padded room all the time? I could just be on vacation all the time. Why am I doing this? And it's for you guys. I do it for you. I know you didn't share it because it would tell me you shared it. Now you lying to me. Now I'm not doing it. Eric, thank you for the hat and mustaches. Thank you so much. And by the way, those of you that are supporters of the show, you know who you are. All right. I don't have to tell you. And I appreciate all that you do. All right. A lot of newcomers though, man. We need some love here, man. We need subscribers. We need to grow this show. You know, I just want to grow. I just want to make this show popular. I just want to pay the staff here. You know, it's not really like, I'm not trying to be greedy or anything. I want to see this show do amazing things, you know? Thank you for sharing the live. I appreciate it, buddy. Thank you very much. All right, let me look at your project here. What was it called? Was it Chainlink? All right, let's look at Chainlink. Hey, no problem, man. I do this because I love the community. I love my community of people here that work here on the show. We have a whole staff here. Like, I do this because I want to help people. There's not a lot of jobs out where I'm at. So the fact that I'm giving people a job and a source of income, like that's an amazing thing. And I, you know, it makes me happy to see, you know, someone be able to provide for their family. Like, I feel like I'm putting food on their table. Like, okay, Chainlink is this double bottom. It's pretty much played out. It'll probably see 20 cents, which it did. So obviously, if we go into alt season, it could send more. the next upward target would be like 22.2. 22.2 is where it could potentially keep going from there. It could obviously pull back from there, but I think it would see support at about 19. So I think everything is kind of moving upward right now. I'm buying more SXT right now. Dude, I'll tell you what right now, my biggest bag is SXT. And I'm willing to hold it for the next 5 years. And I'm just going to keep adding to it. Yeah, I got some XRP. And, you know, I had dinner with Big Baller the other night, and I was kind of like bummed out because he was like, yeah, man, I'm making all this money off XRP. And I was like, man, I just been kind of buying SXT. And I was like, you know what? It's all right. Because, like, I don't need to be greedy. I'm not going to FOMO into nothing. I'm not going to risk other people's future just because I want to be greedy. And I'm okay with it. Like, I'm all right with it. Oh yeah, SXT is going to go as soon as alt season's official, expect to see SXT. All right? Expect it. It's going to happen. Is it going to do face melting numbers this cycle? Maybe. But next cycle, it's going to be the narrative. I'll tell you that right now. Next cycle, the narrative is not going to be utility. It's going to be security. Next cycle will be security because we'll be looking at adoption. And with adoption, people need security. They need things to be secure. Hey, yeah, no problem. Did you catch that Cardano one TikTok seller? You caught it, huh? Remember what I said? If it's lagging, it's going to catch up while everything else pulls back. So you get a second chance. You know, you don't got to FOMO in on nothing. There is plenty of things that you can do here. And like, that's what comes with the coaching. That's what comes with the TA classes. I'm going to point out those things where you're like, oh, well, XRP took off. Should I FOMO into it? No. Cardano, baby. It hasn't moved yet. You get another chance. That's what's beautiful about crypto. You don't have to be exit liquidity. You just got to know what you're doing, ladies and gentlemen. Thoughts on plug and I don't know, Jesse, can you look into those? Actually, you know what? Jathan, if you're a subscriber, I'd look into those, man. But we have a fact checker here that looks into stuff or whatever, but I'm not going to bug her. Oh, shit. Okay, there we go. I'm not going to bug her for someone that's not a subscriber. I'm going to start changing the rules. No TA for anyone that's not a subscriber. All right? If you're not a subscriber, no TA, period. Rule has been set from here on out. And if you're not a subscriber and you don't want to subscribe, you got to send a Galaxy. That's where we're at right now. All right? I'm tired of doing everything for everybody for free all the time. And the show gets no traction and goes nowhere. And yeah, I'm just tired of paying out of pocket. The cowboy has spoken. Yeah, giddy up. Giddy up. The crypto cowboy. See, Jesus rode in on a donkey. I'm riding in on a goat. Oz the crypto goat Jesus. I'm the crypto Jesus. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding, okay? I'm here. I'm your savior. Your savior. I'm here to save you. I'm just messing with you guys. I'm just messing, like, no, like, blasphemy, nothing. I'm just being silly, all right? And I don't think I'm crypto Jesus. All right. Unless anybody's got some TA, I'm going to read the news. Oh, this one's like, well, we can read the tariff stuff. Not bad to be called the crypto cowboy, Oz. I know, right? I like the crypto cowboy. It's kind of cool, right? Oh man, I threw out my back again. I threw out my back. I threw out my back. Boy down. Cowboy down. Matthew 25:33. Oh. I'm okay. I'm okay.
You though?
Yeah, I just threw out my back.
Don't you lie to me.
I'll be all right. Oh, cowboy down. Call the fire department. Call the paramedics. Send a galaxy.
How this works.
Oh, I gotta stand up for a second. Chat. Oh my God. Ah.
That's what you get for making fun of the lady with the button.
Oh my God. Pimp in distress. Man down. Man down. This is what I get for playing golf. I play one game of golf and I can't live. Can't breathe. Oh my God. I'm okay, Jesse. I'm okay. I'll be fine. Oh, it hurts. Send me a galaxy. I'll feel better.
Take a deep breath.
I'm all right. I'm all right. If chat sends me a galaxy, I'll be fine. Hey, wait, Jesse. Jesse! Dang it. Good help's so hard to find. All right. Back to the news. Akram. If you want TA, you got to be a subscriber. From now on, no free TA unless you're a subscriber. Period. We need subscribers. Oh, and I'm killing my back sitting here all the time. Oh, there it goes. Oh, Lordy. Oh, Lordy. Woo. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. All right, I'm back. Woo. All right. I'm back. Almost messed up the stash, huh? Oh, look at that. We lost serious viewership because I said you got to pay to play. Oh, well. We need more subscribers. I don't know what to tell you, you guys. Everybody wants a handout, but you're making money off me, but you can't even subscribe. Like, I don't get it. Don't get it. You can make a pile of money off crypto, but you can't be a subscriber. For shame. Like I'm a monkey that's supposed to dance for you when you say dance. Like I'm getting fed up with it, to be honest with you. I'm really getting fed up with it. Like I'm trying to help people, but nobody's supporting. They literally pop in, they get their TA, and then they're out. They don't even watch the show. Like, so it's a little bit frustrating. All right, U.S. plays hardball on tariff deadline as EU battles for a deal. U.S. Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick over the weekend warned that the deadline for baseline tariffs, 30% tariffs, is fixed. All right, fixed. Do I believe that? Nope. What they'll do is it'll come into play and then 3 days later they'll drop it. They'll extend it after a couple days. Oh yeah, the first came and went. On the second or the third, they'll do a pause. Say, oh no. I'm just not buying it anymore. I'm just sick of it. Or it all goes into place and the freaking markets crash. But I'm telling you right now, Trump is doing everything to keep the market from crashing. And the way everything pumped up high will, even if it pulls back, it's not really a crash because it volatilely pumped like crazy. Neo says maybe Jesse pineapples you. Oh, maybe. That would be nice. That'd be a good way to throw your back out. Pineapples in the chat if you think Jesse should ride me like a cowboy or a cowgirl. I'm going to get in so much trouble with my wife. I'm glad she's not watching right now. The markets are random, I thought. No, they're definitely not random. Definitely not random. The bloc, meanwhile, is scrambling to reach an agreement with the U.S. Economics and cross-asset strategy told CNBC that tariff rate 15 to 20% would be a total car crash for European exports. Maybe we get a deal. Maybe we get a deal because of all this. Maybe this is markets aren't going to tank. Markets are going to pump, baby, because we get deals. Finally. How long has it been? They've been saying we've had deals. Like they lied to us and we're like, oh, we have deals. There's literally no deal. You're going to sleep on the couch tonight after what you said. I doubt it. I doubt it. I'm a good lay. Just kidding. I won't sleep on the couch because I pay the bills. All right. Alexa, you're funny. If I sleep on the couch, it's because my wife's sleeping on it with me. Actually, I don't have a couch. I'm poor. I live under the overpass. For the poor. For the poor. Send a galaxy for the poor so I don't have to sleep under the overpass tonight. August will be a pullback month, possibly, unless we get trade deals. Unless we get trade deals. So, yeah. Europe can't survive with these tariffs. Europe has to make a deal. U.S. coffee drinkers and businesses will pay the price for Trump's Brazil tariffs. All right, so remember we got tariffs on Brazil coming on August 1st. Hey, Jesse, can you give me a Coke? You know what I need? I need like what Donald Trump has on his desk where he presses the Coke button and they bring him a Diet Coke.
I don't know. You said good employees are hard to find, so
that's what I was saying. Like, you're a really good employee. I'm glad to have such a good employee that will actually bring me a Coke. Man, I'm in trouble. No pineapples for me with Jesse. So remember, we got these tariffs as well. Brazil. And then, as Trump's tariff deadline looms, economists see calm before the storm. That's what I think. I think that's why they pumped everything so hard with the crypto week. It's all probably going to get erased. That's what I think is going to happen. I think we pump till the end of the month. And then come the end of the month, that's what I think. Next month will be red. But for now, we're green. For now, we're green. The calm before the storm is what we're seeing right now. South Africa pushes to increase trade exports to China amid U.S. 30% tariff hike. South Africa vows to expand its trade portfolio to create more balanced and tackle a growing trade deficit, which heavily favors China. Alt-season moon cheese is something to consider. That's why I'm thinking. And I think maybe we get like the alt-season moon cheese and we get a deal, like one stupid deal or a pause with one of them, and that creates like every other Like, we get one pause with one country and it null and voids like 90 other countries that actually got tariffs. It's crazy to me how people are just so low information. I'm with TikTok seller. I'm leaning more towards the moon cheese side. I think we get some pullback that's like healthy, but nothing crazy, not a crash. And then China pledges to crack down on illicit exports of rare earths, urges U.S. to lift more trade controls. So China's state security agency says it's cracking down on alleged smuggling of rare earth minerals that it says threatens national security, just weeks before Beijing and Washington agreed to make it easier for American firms to obtain from China those materials which are crucial for manufacturing computer chip production. In a report published Friday in the state-run newspaper Global Times, the Ministry of the State Security said foreign espionage and intelligence agencies were colluding to steal rare earth related goods by repackaging and relabeling rare metals to hide their Chinese origin. In some cases, the minerals were falsely declared as non-controlled items, mislabeled as such things as solder paste mixed into other materials like ceramic tiles, or hidden in plastic mannequins or water bottles, it said. I told you this whole thing is about rare earth minerals. The whole war, everything, it's all technology based. In order for us to have a worldwide digital financial system, robots controlling everything, flying cars, all that takes these rare earth minerals. This is everything right here. This is everything. They're smuggling it in, and China's got the monopoly. That's why we have to take it from Iran. That's why we have to win the war in Ukraine. I'm telling you right now, Russia will not give up on Ukraine because it needs those rare earth minerals, and the U.S. won't give up on Ukraine because it needs those rare earth minerals. Expect 20 years or more for a deal. Either we're at war with Russia, basically through the entire technological race, and the war never ends with Ukraine. And because we keep funding it, we'll get all their rare earth minerals, but the war will never end. That's what I see is going to happen there. That war was going to happen with or without Trump. Everyone said, Trump says, oh, I would have never got into that war. And what a load of malarkey. Putin was never going to let those rare earth minerals go. And the U.S. was never going to allow Russia to have them. Hopefully somebody plays that and gets me. Trump did tell Ukraine to just bomb Moscow. I believe so. Jesse, you're the fact checker. But yeah, Trump is like, and that's another thing. If we or Ukraine bombs Moscow, expect volatility in the markets. You better buy that dip though, baby. That's a dip to buy for sure. You looked it up to make sure. Do you want to read an article on it or anything, or is that it? I'm actually surprised I missed that. You didn't send me that article? It's a video. None of the other journalists sent me that video. I didn't see it. Ukraine is a done deal. Yeah, but we have to win. Russia has to give up in order for, us to keep those rare earth minerals. So we'll be at war with Russia forever. Has Trump just been sitting in the office the last couple days? That's a good question. Haven't seen him saying crazy stuff for a few days. No, I guess he said it to bomb Moscow. Everyone over 60 has to report for military. In what, Ukraine? Oh, he said Redskins? Oh, I know, right? Oh, guys, by the way, I'm not ready to reveal this one yet, but I found a Mandela effect, baby. I found one, and this one, I'm almost like Jesse says I shouldn't say anything about it. Jesse says that I shouldn't say it because we're going to put a target on our heads. We will have a target on our back for this one. And let me tell you right now, people are going to hate me. People will hate me for saying this. I'll tell you that right now. And it's so crazy. I found it by accident. The Ukraine draft is 18 to 25. That's pretty crazy. Revolution, thank you for the hat and mustache. Brooke Odyssey, how are you doing? Glad to see you. Both genders, interesting. Not the right time, not the right place. I'm not going to say it right now. And I'll tell you what, when I'm ready to say it, I'm going to break out the record player for it. We will divulge the records. "13-year-olds are learning medical training for the front line." And that tells you right there that such a young age is they're training them because they know by the time they're 18, they're going to be shipped off to the front lines. All right. This war with Ukraine is not ending anytime soon. 20 to 50 years, baby. 20 to 50 years for the Ukraine war. So if you think inflation is coming down, think again. Think again. That's where a third of our inflation is coming from. The other 2/3 is coming from the banks lending out more money than they have. But a lot of it comes from funding that war, baby. And we're not going to stop. We need those rare earth minerals. Either that or we got to put boots on the ground in Iran. The U.S. will continue to fund. They have everything to gain. I wouldn't be surprised if at some point they put boots on the ground, all right? Or the U.S. does a military escapade like they did in Iran for to bomb Moscow. I would not doubt it. Long term, obviously. Not tomorrow, but it's coming. We cannot lose the war in Ukraine because of the rare earth minerals. Otherwise, it's Iran. We've got to invade Iran, boots on the ground. And that's going to be a harder war to win, right? Iran is going to be harder to win than it will be to just keep funding Ukraine. $100 missiles a minute to try to take down one Russian ballistic. Oh my God. That's your tax dollars hard at work, baby. U.S. tax dollars funding the missile machine. I'll tell you what, Lockheed Martin, baby. Lockheed Martin makes those ballistic missiles. If you thought that we're going to have peace on earth, goodwill toward men, you're wrong. You know what's crazy is months ago, I said that the war in Ukraine was going to get worse. And it was right after Trump got elected, and everyone was like, oh, they're going to negotiate a ceasefire next week. It's going to be over. And here we are months later. I'm never wrong, man. Can I just be wrong one time, please? If I could be wrong one time, then the world would be a better place. Oh, I threw my back out again. Oh, oh, man down. Oh, oh, hip in distress. Oh, oh my God. So bad. Can't breathe. Can't breathe. Oh, okay, I'm all right. I'm okay. I already tried to help you. There's no helping me. You're just gonna have to hop on this cowboy and ride it. Pineapples in the chat. Jesse's gonna kill me. That's why she's not coming to help me right now. She's so mad about the pineapples. You're gonna have to ride this pony boy. I'm telling you, it'll help my back. It'll help my back. Just need a good, nice massage. It'll help me out, I promise. Oh man, I'm in trouble. I am in trouble. Neo says it's a trap. What's a trap? The markets? I think it's like a bull trap. What is a trap? Now I'm curious. Scroll up. Jesse to help you. Oh, no, I promise it's not a trap. Jesse, help me. Help me, Jesse. Jesse, help me. I've fallen and I can't get up. Jesse, I need your tender loving touch. Only you can prevent forest fires. You know what? I'm going to actually get hurt and not be able to move, and no one's going to come help me now because I'm a dirty old man. No hablo inglés. Necesito. Yo necesito. Yo necesito. Look at our ghost has a smiley face. Gift to send me. Gift to send me. I need gift to send me. 15 lions. Gift to send me. You gift to send me. All right. Back on the we're having fun today because, like, I took pain medication because I threw out my back. Oh, I'm a little wonky today. Jesse, I need you in here. It's important. It's important. Come here. I need your tender, loving touch. I need you to come and give me a little massage. A massage. I will tip you. I promise no happy ending. Well, unless you're down. Just not on the live. We'll save the happy ending for the end. She's spitting your Coke. I wouldn't doubt it, but honestly, she's hot enough, I'd drink it. She could spit in my mouth. I have to say, Jessie she's pretty hot. She's a fine little lady there. She's a cute one for sure. All right. Federal Reserve officials gives green light to July rate cuts. All right. Official, not officials. Okay. There's one guy. Now, mind you, every single time they've voted on rate cuts, it's been unanimous. So now there's one guy that's saying, okay, I've heard teardrops work wonders in a drink. Interesting. Jesse, lend me your tears or lend me your rear. Simon, thank you for the 12 what's ups. Appreciate it. You gift to send me? Gift to send me. Hat and mustaches, baby. You gift to send me. All right, so let's watch this little video.
This is a market that can continue to rally irregardless if the Fed cuts rates.
The problem that we have now is that we have so much debt that with the interest rates that are currently the way they are, our interest is now, we're in the net negative interest rate situation. The Federal Reserve is not remitting positive interest payments to the Treasury right now. Like, that's normal. That's not what's happening right now. We're in a net negative situation. And that will likely continue as we have to refinance this debt. So the issue is, while we all want cheap cost of capital, we can't afford to have the interest be the third or fourth largest expense on the Federal Reserve's balance sheet, or excuse me, the federal government's balance sheet behind Social Security and Medicare and the military. That is not something that we're used to being down 7, 8. It's coming up to 3 or 4. And that's when you start to see countries that are at a 120% debt to GDP that enter something we call a debt spiral, where you have to keep refinancing your debt and the interest keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and eventually it's impossible to continue to refinance. So we're not there, but Americans need to take heed and caution that, for one, it takes time to implement AI. It will take time to monetize. If you remember, I can give you like the .com crash as an example. We had this huge run up and we couldn't even sell a bag of dog food. Pets.com was worth $1 billion. So it wasn't until e-commerce was actually created and then the internet could be
Jesse, can you
monetized
see
that we
what
did
time
that
Powell goes
monetization,
live tomorrow?
And then we leveled out. So you
I think it's
always
Eastern
see
Standard
retrenchment.
Time.
You'll always see hyper exuberance, and then once monetization reality comes into play, you do see some retraction, retrenchment, until you can get a stable, okay, this is the operating level that we're going to be at for a while, and that will continue to grow, but you will see it come back from the highs. And so that's the issue, is that yes, we're on the fourth industrial revolution. Yes, robotics, quantum computing, AI, blockchain, all of these technologies are going to give us so much growth opportunity, but they should be able to do that organically without us
Buy the rumor, sell the
hyper-stimulating
news,
it
baby.
through low interest rate policy and massive quantitative easing.
A weak housing market could deliver rate cuts and rescue the Fed from Trump. Is that a good thing? Do we want that? 8:30 a.m. What time zone? I think that's Eastern Standard Time, if I'm correct. Eastern Time. Correct me if I'm wrong, Jesse. 8:30 a.m. What time zone? Whatever DC is, I think that's Eastern Standard Time. It should say. All right, let's give this a little listen.
A weak housing market could deliver rate cuts and rescue the Fed from Trump. The Federal Reserve is keeping a close eye on President Donald Trump's tariffs and how they will affect inflation. But the housing market may clear the way for lower rates, rescuing central bankers from the White House's relentless pressure for more easing. The housing market has largely been frozen since the Fed launched an aggressive rate hiking campaign in 2022, as mortgage rates jumped along with Treasury yields. Last year saw a few rate cuts, but prospective homebuyers still face high borrowing costs, and the strains are starting to show. Now, there are growing alarms that home prices, sales, and home building are all headed for a slump. Housing accounts for about a third of the goods and services measured in the Consumer Price Index, meaning weakness in shelter costs can slow inflation readings substantially. That could offset the inflationary effects of Trump's expansive tariffs. While they have yet to trigger a big spike in prices, there are signs that import-sensitive categories, such as autos and appliances, are already feeling the impact of higher duties. In a note last week, Comerica Bank chief economist Bill Adams said the cooling housing market is helping bring down core service price inflation, in a trend disconnected from tariffs. Toward the end of the year, the housing market may become a bigger deal for inflation than tariffs, he predicted. Housing weakened in the second
I
quarter,
said
with
that
sluggish
months
construction and
ago.
sales and
If you
falling
had
price
a
indexes. If
investment
house prices and
property
rents
to
continue to
sell
run
it,
cool, they will further slow core inflation.
not financial
Cooler
advice,
inflation
of
is more
course,
likely
but I
than
was
labor market
right.
data to spur Fed rate cuts.
Can
Adams
I
noted
just
that even
stop
if
being
hiring
right?
becomes
The
sluggish,
world would
the
be a better
unemployment rate will
place if I
probably
was
hold steady.
wrong.
That's because Trump's immigration crackdown is squeezing the labor supply. So demand for workers would have to tumble for the jobless rate to jump, he explained. And with Trump's tax cuts going into effect later, businesses are unlikely to slash hiring. A more likely outcome for the economy is that the weakening
You
housing
did
market
well.
cools core inflation
2022 is
enough
perfect
that the Fed
time.
feels comfortable incrementally reducing rates late this year, Adams wrote, adding that Comerica expects a quarter-point cut from the Fed at the December meeting. December won't be soon enough for Trump, but others on Wall Street don't see any cuts this year. At the same time, Trump is mindful of the Fed's impact on housing. In a Truth Social post on Friday, he said Fed officials are choking out the housing market with their high rate, making it difficult for people, especially the young, to buy a house. Chairman Jerome Powell and other policymakers have held off on lowering rates, pointing to the potential for tariffs to stoke inflation further later this year. Meanwhile, Trump has been haranguing and insulting Powell for months to cut, even suggesting that he could oust the man he appointed in his first term to lead the Fed. Trump said last week it's highly unlikely that he would fire Powell, but others in the administration are pressuring the Fed in other ways. The White House has used cost overruns on the Fed's headquarters renovation to accuse Powell of mismanagement. And on Monday, Treasury Secretary Scott
Hat and
Bessent told
mustaches,
CNBC
baby.
that the entire Federal Reserve institution
Hat
should be
and
examined.
mustache.
The connection between lower rates and housing was not lost on Jim Reed, global head of macro research and thematic strategy at Deutsche Bank. This may explain the persistent pressure from Mr. Trump on the Fed to cut rates. Perhaps he sees this as the most effective way to support the housing market, he wrote in a note on Monday.
Who thinks we see rate cuts? Let me see. If you think we're going to have rate cuts, smiley faces. Crying faces if no rate cuts. Smiley faces for rate cuts. Crying faces for no rate cuts. Let's see. Revolution says no rate cuts. TikTok seller says no rate cuts. What's the consensus here? I want to know what y'all are thinking, because I think no rate cuts, and the fact that they put out the first article that we read that official says that there would be rate cuts, that leads me to think that it's only one person. You would hear a consensus of all of them starting to say one guy coming out is not enough. Them pushing that agenda means it won't happen. I agree. Dude, even if they have dirt on Powell, it ain't gonna do nothing. It's more than just Powell. That whole investigation on Powell and all of that is to create it's insider trading. It's to create you to think that they're gonna get rid of Jerome Powell. It ain't gonna happen, bro. And dude, we talked about this, big baller, where you were messaging me and you were like, "Oh, they're gonna get rid of him and all this stuff." He's still there, man. He's still there. It's a private institution. The court has already ruled that they're not going to do anything. What's up, Danny? How you doing, buddy? The crypto cowboy. Send in those hat and mustaches, baby. Hat and mustaches is the gift of the day today. The night we had dinner, I told you to go all in with XRP. Well, we had already gone pretty hard with XRP, and I did buy some more, but I'm not going all in on it. I think we're flagging now, though. I think there's a strong indication it keeps taking off. Thank you, Danny. Appreciate that. Yeah, I got a nice look, right? You guys like the cowboy look? Cowboy looks pretty cool, right? Oh, we're going to save that one for later. Let's see. It's 8 o'clock. That means that we are moving to YouTube. So right now we're going to be live on YouTube exclusively. So not TikTok. And make sure when you go to, yes, on YouTube, not Twitch, not TikTok, but YouTube. So make sure you come over to YouTube and follow me. It's free to follow on YouTube. So you're going to go to youtube.com/ozthecryptogoat. Yes, it's all Oz the Crypto Goat, every platform. So we're going to be doing a YouTube exclusive there. And we need to get more followers there, more likes on the videos. And the reason we're doing YouTube is because I want people to know where to find all these recordings. So we're not going to be on Twitch this time. We're going to be on YouTube. So I'll give you all a few minutes to find it. We're live on YouTube right now. And you're going to have a better viewing experience on YouTube and Twitch. TikTok is very glitchy sometimes. So we're going to have a good time there. We're going to talk about the spicy stuff that we can't talk about here on TikTok. So make sure you come over to YouTube. I got to call the IT guy in here. Jesse, can you send the IT guy in here? It should say that I'm live right now. I want to make sure that it's working. Jesse, if you're there and you're listening, I'm sure you are. Can you send the IT guy in here? Because this is my first time actually doing the YouTube live thing like this. Okay, so we should be live. I need to be able to see the chat though. So I need the IT guy here. And I'll give you all just a minute to get over there. Make sure you like, follow, subscribe. Okay. Go to all my YouTube videos, okay? And just give them all a like and leave a comment, right? Because we want to build that platform as well. Obviously, you don't have to watch there, but giving some engagement is going to help for new people on other platforms to see this and for us to grow. Calling Elon Musk right now. Calling Elon. We're going to give Elon Musk a call. My thoughts on Sui, I think it's going up. It's not showing alive. All right, I'm going to call. I'm trying to get I'm trying to get the IT guy in here. So, Jesse, if you can get the IT guy to come in. Is he even here? I swear if he's not here right now, somebody is getting fired. Actually, I can't fire him because I need him too much. Yeah, he probably fell asleep or he didn't even show up, like he's going to show up late. Oh, he is here. Okay. Can you send him in, please? Wake him from his slumber. If you could so kindly. Oh, no, with no attitude at all. We love the IT guy here so much. He's just totally awesome. We love TikTok Shop, right? We love TikTok Shop. Oh man, I really messed up my back, y'all. While we're waiting for the IT guy, anybody have any TA they need done? Eduardo Reyes, how you doing, man? What is going on, my guy? anybody need TA? Obviously, you need to be a subscriber to get TA. No more free A. I'm gonna call it free A when it was free. What are we doing, bro? We're looking at XRP right now. You know, I kind of want to see this on a lower time frame. Man, that sure looks like a double top in the 4 hour. That's not good. Okay, let me tell you something, okay? XRP needs to pump, like, it's creating higher highs. Okay, XRP needs to come back up here to 365 soon. Does the IT guy do crypto? No, he does not. He's 18 years old. He squanders his money on energy drinks and I don't know, what are video games, I guess. I don't know. But hey, whatever he wants to do. I've been trying to get him into crypto. You don't want nothing to do with it. I get it. You trying to run people away from your show? So it says that YouTube's not going live. Check YouTube. I don't know. Can you check it? And then how do I see the chat from YouTube?
You have to open up YouTube. You have to open up.
Okay.
Do it on here instead of here.
So here I am. So view my channel.
Yeah.
Right here.
Go live.
Where? Here.
Could be live.
Trying to sleep it. Which one?
Just like the virtual. Should.
Bear with me for just a moment. So he's not investing the roses. Nope. IT guy, what do you spend your money on?
Only stuff I need to do.
You don't buy crypto?
Nope.
Told you.
We're tired of hearing about crypto. That's why we don't buy it.
I tried. I tried, chat. I tried. And I'll tell you what, it's probably out of spite. If anyone else in the world was telling him to buy crypto, he would probably buy it. But because it's me, ain't happening.
Yeah, I gotta spend on other things.
He's a kid. He needs... Well, I mean, he's an adult, but, you know, compared to me, he's a kid. He's got to buy energy drinks and video games.
He literally just bought curtains. What are you talking about?
Curtains, ladies and gentlemen. He needs curtains.
I do. It's hot.
Dang, we got a full studio right now. I got the IT guy on one shoulder and Jesse on the other, like the devil and the angel. Can you guess which one is the angel?
Not me.
Yeah, it's definitely
It's not
not you.
me.
Oh, you're the angel. Pineapple's in the chat. I just got the death stare of I will stab you. Big Baller says he needs to invest. He can't own all the energy drinks he wants. I know, that's what, dude, that's what I'm trying to tell him. Dude, you got to tell him, because if I tell him, he's going to do quite the opposite.
I'll combat sleep instead.
Mother of Dragons says HR. Mother Dragons says that she's going to volunteer as my HR just so that Jesse has an advocate, because I'm running a slave operation over here.
Perhaps.
I have a bunch of slaves that work in a sweatshop, literally because we had no AC the other day. They were in a sweatshop. I told them that they could go home, and Jesse insisted on staying in the wretched heat.
And who fixed the AC?
Jesse fixed the AC. And Yeah, good job.
Yeah, I know.
You were also hitting on Elon? I mean, Elon's got some money. That's for sure. No. Alexa, you could hit on Elon, though. Hey, Elon, Alexa says, what's up? What's good with it? No response. Josh says, bro could at least double his money on Ada. I know. Instead, he's going to take Alexa out to dinner. I think he's taken. Are you taken?
Yes.
Very much taken.
Oh, IT guy is very much taken. He's off the market, ladies and gentlemen. Pineapples in the chat for the Elon Musk, the IT guy. Pineapples in the chat.
You must want all your content to disappear.
I don't care at this point.
Oh,
Oh, Josh is sending you pineapples, buddy. Josh is about it. Josh, is that an offer? Are we supposed to have face cam right now? No, you're not. You'll get nothing. Neo says at Josh is Ada going to 160. Why do you want Josh's moon cheese analysis and not mine?
Because he's the future and he has a different
Chat's right there.
perspective and he needs to
Okay,
see all
we are on YouTube exclusively.
Okay, it's gonna show up.
All right, everybody, come on over to YouTube. We're going to talk about YouTube things. We're back here. Yes, come on over to YouTube. It's better than pineapples. Come to YouTube, ladies and gentlemen. Come one, come all. Ada is goated for real. I do think Ada is going to do awesome, awesome things. Come to YouTube, ladies and gentlemen. I will be ending the live soon. We got one person. So make sure you come over to YouTube. I'll give you guys a few minutes. Get your YouTube set up.
Out of the way. Oh, no, you're good. You're good.
I can't find you on YouTube. And that's why we're doing this, giving you a chance to find me on YouTube. Remember, Oz the Crypto Goat, all lowercases, no spaces, exactly the same as Twitch and TikTok. It's pinned at the top there, Oz the Crypto Goat. You'll see my little goat logo on my YouTube. Come on over. I'll give you all just a minute.
Mainstream.
Oh.
Little time run.
Whoops. No. Nope. We're just going there to build that platform a little bit, give it a little bit of traction so that way people, new viewers can come from new platforms. It's got your old lives. I don't find now live. The live is there. I see TikTok seller in the live. I see Jesse. TikTok seller says, hello, when 10K? 10K never. Yeah, I get long format on TikTok or on Twitch or on YouTube, which is great because we do long lives. Yeah, the Twitch is still going, but that's going to end as well. So it's going to be on YouTube exclusively. So come over to TikTok or on YouTube. But we want to go to YouTube right now. We want to give YouTube some traction, you know? Show a little support. We want to try to gain new viewers cross-platform, so bring everyone over to YouTube right now. And that's where we're going to do the YouTube thing. So, I'm going to end the live and I'll see you guys on YouTube. Do you guys need a few more minutes? Do you need a couple of minutes? I'll give you guys 5 more minutes and then we'll go to YouTube. I only see a couple. We got 4 people. And don't forget, when you come over to YouTube, spam the chat. Spam the chat, guys. We want to grow this platform, right? Obviously, you don't have to watch it here all the time. But the idea is to give some engagement and then their algorithm will push us out to new people. So thank you for your support. Thank you for coming over there and doing all this. Tactic is like, wait, you're leading folks away. Let's go, Oz. It's not that I'm leading them away. We're going to talk about things we can't talk about on TikTok. Okay? And instead of doing it on Twitch, we're going to do it on YouTube because we want to grow that platform as well.
Me.
Oh my God. Dude, he doesn't speak Spanish, Alexa.
No, please, you gifter send me. Gifter tab send me. You
You
send
gift
me.
to
Gifter.
send me. He says,
Yes,
please,
yes,
you gift
yes,
to send me.
yes.
If somebody sends me a lion, will you go away? How you doing? We're getting
Send me.
We're getting a few people.
No,
They're starting
send me.
to filter over. I'm sure people got to
Please, you
find
send
me.
me.
No, you send me.
Please.
No, you send me, please.
Yes, you
He
gifter
won't
send me.
leave if you send him a gift. No, that's like when you feed the bears, they don't go away. Don't feed the
I am
bears, guys.
Pakistan. I am Pakistani. You gifter send me.
I'm still streaming
send
on
me.
Twitch, but it will be ending once we're officially over onto YouTube.
Dude, he doesn't speak Spanish, Alexa.
No, please, you gifter send me. Gifter tab send me. You
You
send me.
That
gift to
video
send
is
me.
elite.
He says,
Yes,
please,
yes,
you gift
yes.
to send me.
Yeah, you fully doxed yourself.
If
That's
somebody
all right.
sends me a lion, will you go away?
Send me.
No, send me.
Please, you send me.
No, you send me.
Please.
No, you send me, please.
Yes, you
He
gifter
won't
send me.
leave if you
You
send
gift
him
to
a
send
gift.
me.
No, that's like when you feed the bears.
Yeah, you're
they
safe.
Don't go away.
Don't worry,
Don't feed the
Kayleen.
I am
bears, guys.
Pakistan. I am Pakistani. You gifter send me.
Hey, Danny, how's it going?
You send me.
Mother of
Oh
Dragons, we are moving over to YouTube.
Dude, he doesn't speak Spanish, Alexa.
Just for
No,
right now, for the
please,
last
you
half of the
gifter
live.
send me.
Come on over to
Gifter
YouTube. That's Oz the
send me.
Crypto
You
Goat. All
gift to
lowercases,
send
no
me.
spaces.
He
We
says,
got
"Please,
one
you
more
gift to
minute,
send me."
and then we're going exclusively on YouTube.
If somebody sends me a lion, will you go away?
Send me.
Send me.
No, send me.
No, not on Twitch. We'll be on
Please,
YouTube.
you send me.
No, you send me.
We'll be on YouTube. We want to grow
Please.
that platform
No,
a
you
little bit
send
as
me,
well.
please.
Obviously, you don't have to watch on
Yes, you
YouTube.
gifted
He won't
Okay,
leave if you send
but
him
this
a
one
gift.
time
No,
we're going to
that's
do
like
an
when you
exclusive
feed the
on
bears,
YouTube to
they
gain
don't go away.
some traction with
Don't feed
YouTube
the
to
I am
help that
bears.
algorithm.
I am Pakistani. You gifted send me. You send me.
But AB, understand that every live is recorded
Dude, he
onto
doesn't speak
YouTube, so this
Spanish,
is going
Alexa.
to allow you to
No,
come to
please,
YouTube
you gifted send
and
me.
follow,
Tap
so
send
that
me.
way you
You
can
gift to
find
send me.
the
He says,
videos
please,
Yes,
you gift
yes.
to send
when they're
me.
recorded when you miss a
Yes.
live. That's the whole purpose,
If somebody sends me a lion, will
to
you
help
go
you
away?
with resources, right?
Send me.
And so that way you can follow
No,
me on
send
there and we
me.
can gain some traction.
Please, you send me.
No, you send me.
So everybody,
Please.
make sure you come
No, you
over
send me, please.
to YouTube.
Yes,
That's
you
He
Oz the
won't leave
Crypto
if you
Goat
send
on
him a
YouTube.
gift. No,
Every
that's like when you feed the
platform
bears,
is
they
exactly
don't
the
go
same.
away.
Oz the Crypto
Don't feed
Goat,
the
all
bears.
lowercases, no spaces. All
I
right,
am
it is
Pakistani. You
8:30.
gifted
We
send
are
me.
going to YouTube exclusively.
You
I will
send
see
me.
you all there.
Oh my god.
And if you
Dude, he doesn't
can't
speak Spanish,
get away from
Alexa.
TikTok,
No, please.
I'm sorry.
Please, you gifted send me.
But we will be on YouTube.
Send me. You
So
You
see
gift
you
to
there.
send me. He says,
Yes,
please,
yes,
you gift
yes.
to send me.
Yes.
If
All right.
somebody sends me a lion, will you go away?
Send me.
No, send me.
Please, you send me.
No, you send me.
Please.
No, you send me, please.
Yes, you
He
gifted
won't
send me.
leave if you send him a gift.
All right,
No,
give me
that's like
1
when you
second.
feed the bears, they don't go away. Don't feed the
I am
bears, guys.
Pakistani.
Okay.